Welcome to Honestly Speaking. I am your host, Honestly Trina, and today I have a very, very special, slightly viral guest with me.
Oh, God.
With me, I have a creator of content, a creator of confidence, someone that inspires and motivates other women to be their best. She's not only just Ange behind the brand. Ange is a mother. She's a sophisticated and empowering woman. Welcome to Honestly Speaking, Ange.
Oh, that was cute, Trees.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Oh, bless you.
Good.
Thank you.
Finally, and
We made it.
finally.
That's why, do you know what? Yeah, so many different things was happening.
Yeah,
And I said, the enemy will not win today.
he's a dirty,
And
stinking
do you
liar.
listen, so sometimes you just got to push through. And I'm starting to learn that more.
Yeah.
So even when the odds are against you,
Mm-hmm.
listen, just keep pushing through. It's so important.
Fighting.
Yeah, and I just said, like even earlier when I couldn't even get my nails done, no, when I could get my nails done, and I said, it is well,
Yeah.
it is well,
Yeah.
and yeah,
Amen.
I made it.
Do you know what? That is the mindset to have.
Mm,
Honestly, like, if I stopped, I wouldn't even be on season 2. I wouldn't even have been
yeah,
on season 1 because
yeah.
there's been so many different hurdles. But when I see you and I see Kels and I see all these other amazing women on socials, I think, no, I can get up and I can do this.
That part.
I have to. And then obviously we have our long chats as well.
Yeah,
So I
no,
know,
definitely. Come on, come
I know I
on.
can do this.
Yeah.
So for those of the audience that don't know who you are, which I'm very surprised because I've seen the analytics.
What's wrong with you?
Ange, who are you and what do you do?
Okay, so I'm Ange.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Ange is an alias.
Okay.
Ange is an alias. I was definitely born with the name Andrea.
Andrea.
Yeah. So it's a
Okay.
Andrea.
Andrea.
But who knows? knows. If
They
you
all know now.
Yeah, if you really know me, then you know it's Andrea. But everyone calls me Ange.
Mm-hmm.
And then Kelly came up with the name Ange Behind the Brand.
We love Ange behind the
Ange
brand.
Behind the Brand. So I'm behind all the spectacular people's brands.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I'm a personal brand coach.
Yes.
Yeah, and I've added the coach recently
Okay.
because I've transitioned into coaching that little bit more. So it's more than just building brands. It's now about, women's confidence, their self-belief, second guessing yourself, helping them to really take up space, let them know that they are that girl. Do you get what I mean? They've been that girl. It's that vibe. So yeah, there's been a lot of changes, some nice changes. May have even seen me, online. On the Kelly and Anne show. Big up Kels.
Shout out
I
Kels.
love you, girl. Big up Kels. So yeah, different things have been happening. I've got my event as well.
Good.
So I've
And we're
definitely
going to get into all of that.
Listen, let me yeah. So let me just tell you exactly what I do. So I'm, of course, Ange Behind the Brand, personal brand coach, helping entrepreneurs to build bold, profitable brands that reflect their true selves.
I love that. That sounds like the strap line.
It is.
There
It's
we
my
go.
strap
That
line.
is it.
We
That
got
is
it.
it.
We got it, girl.
That is it. So, where did Ange start? Where was Andrea?
Andrea. Don't say Andrea because if we're talking before,
Yeah.
it's Andrea. It's not Ange.
So, where did Andrea grow up?
Central Hill Estate, Grey Estate. I'd say Gypsy Hill.
Gypsy Hill.
Gypsy Hill, yeah, around there. That's where I grew up. That was home.
And how was that growing up late 80s, early 90s? How was that experience for you?
Good, you know. Do you know I only really remember the good? I can't tell you I didn't have, a good upbringing. Like I had a very good upbringing. Yeah. Very good.
Siblings, mum?
Yeah, so I've got one brother from my mum, and then I've got another brother from my dad.
Okay.
So, yeah, so I grew up with my brother. He was in the house. Yeah, it was me and him. And then my mum and dad, they wasn't together.
Okay.
Never seen them together. But yeah, always involved. My dad, you know,
Daddy's girl.
yeah, that my dad. Do you know what? Yeah, I always thank God for giving me the parents that I've got, because even up until now, they would never see me without.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, honestly, I'm truly blessed, and like some of the things that's happened in my life, it's definitely down to me.
Not them, it's
It's
you.
not them, it's all me. As I said, I can't tell you I've had a bad day, but all I remember is the newest Air Max 95s or TN. Like I was
TNs, Jordans.
I was spoiled. I had what I wanted. Like
Yeah.
I was good.
Yeah.
You know, like yeah, like good.
Good. So how was your time in school? Did you like anything in particular?
Yeah, school, when I look back at it now, school, I was just getting by, but I managed to still be in like top sets of classes.
Okay.
It's so bizarre because I can't say that I enjoyed it. So I think I was just naturally good at most lessons, except for science. So I couldn't stand science. But yeah, I was naturally good. But fashion's always been my heart. Like I even remember having dollies. And
did you have Girls World? Did you have the Girls World wheel?
I've had
My daddy bought me Girls World.
Listen, that was it. And I used to cut my mum's tights to make clothes for the Barbies.
My sister used to cut my tights and make them for her Barbies.
Yeah.
Or my hand-down Barbies that she destroyed and cut up their hair.
Yeah, I used to do that.
Cut up the hair.
I used to put lipstick. Yeah. That just shows you the creative side was always in me. It was always there. So yeah, fashion is always, it always comes down to that. And honestly, like if I leave this world, God forbid, without doing it, I'd feel like I haven't done what I'm supposed to have done.
You feel devastated. Yeah.
Yeah, it's that deep.
So growing up in the house with your mum, did you have a good relationship?
No, I was definitely the child that was rude. I was very like, I'd answer back. But then at school, I was an angel. But in the house, I was definitely giving it to my mum.
Oh, wow.
For no apparent reason. Mum would say adolescence, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I remember being cheeky. Like, if my daughter was now like how I was.
You go in prison.
Hello. And my mum used to always threaten me, "Man, you don't have no girl picnic, you know, because
karma
gonna come right back." But by God's grace, she's cool. Not even, listen, my kids don't answer me back. You must be mad. One time, I'm trying. One time, yeah, my son said, I don't think he said something like, I said I was going off on one, and he said, "You're making accusations" or something. But even that, my head span.
What?
You know, if it could go round in a full 360.
What did you say?
I said, what? That is the only time, honestly, and I tell this story all the time, that I can remember him answering me back.
Never did it again.
No, he won't. Because I just look, I've got the
look.
I've never really had to like overly like beat my kids. They've kind of got it in. I just look at them from down to when they were little in the shops. We don't play that game around here. If you think you're that kid that's falling in the middle of the supermarket, not on my watch. It can't happen. So I just give the look. The look alone just says, when you get home, don't. So I've had them on.
That's old school, you know.
Yeah, I'm old school, though. I'm old school babe, though. I'm old school, man.
My nanny had that look, man. When I got the look, I thought, oh, please let us not go home. Yeah. Someone
be there.
Yeah,
someone
be
something.
there.
Yeah, I get
let
that.
some family member come over. Someone invite us to stay over.
Please.
Something, just anything. Let's just not go home.
But you knew what time it is. You knew it was about to go off.
That look said everything. When you get home, your life is over. The beating I'm going to give you, anything I fling at you is going to catch you. It said so much. And I tried to master the look when they were younger. They used to just look back at me.
Oh, no, them ones strong. Oh,
like they just didn't get the look, but they get it now.
They get it. Look at you. Look at you. Look.
Even the tone change.
The tone is different.
Yes, it's different. Old school, I mastered it. They don't look back at me now.
Yeah.
They get it.
They get it. Yeah, they take time over there.
So, yeah, so it was a bit challenging with you and your mum, like, growing up.
Yeah, we wasn't close growing up. And I cannot tell you why. I cannot tell you why, but me and my mum's really close now.
Mm.
Like, we're really close. Like, my mum calls me like every day. I should definitely call more, but I know that she's guaranteed to call, so I'll probably take a little bit of advantage of that. But my mum's the sweetest woman, honestly. She's so cute but so ruthless at the same time.
You speak about her all the time.
Eh?
I've heard you speak about her a lot.
Everyone knows Angela. She's my mum is a troublemaker. Like, she'll be like, "Oh, Andrea, oh look, you're shaking some of that weight off. About time to, my daughter."
Sounds like someone.
She keeps. My mum is very.
Yeah.
I remember I had one friend and she had these really long nails. Mum said, "How do you wipe your bottom?" I said, "Lord of mercy." Yeah, she's very
Truth teller.
Yeah, she doesn't have
teller.
a filter on her mouth, and I've learnt to love my mum for who she is. And she doesn't mean any harm.
Yeah.
It's just who she
But
is.
I think it's an old school thing, because my grandma used to say stuff like that.
Yeah, maybe
like,
it is an old school Jamaican.
Where you going putting on so much weight?
Yeah. Why they got always talk about weight though? Why do
All
they
the
always the first
time.
thing they say?
Honestly, you're just getting big, sir. And it's like,
yeah, they've got no tact with their mouth.
If you can survive a Caribbean upbringing, honestly, you're all right.
But they're always going to tell you, they're going to tell you when something doesn't look good. My mum's always like, "You always got them stupid blonde wig on your head, take them off." I'm like, "Mum, do you have the wig looks nice?" She's like, "No, you don't need to wear all of that." And she swapped, "You don't need to wear all of that, Andrea." So yeah, she's that. So she's cute, bless her.
Love that. So school was good for you. You managed to get by. You were into fashion. You left home early.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
I left home early. Yeah, that was through choices. That's when everything changed.
How old were you?
16.
16.
16, and that was something that, it's. Do you know what? It's not what I chose for myself, because I'm not in control of others. But let's say on the basis of the guy that I chose, definitely from ends, and like, he just done something that ended up being against my family,
right,
or my brother, I should say.
Okay.
So that put
a wedge.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that, you know what, I think back to it now, like, I can, and I'm not even smiling, because it's not bad, because it's really bad. Anyone that was in ends knew. But it was like, I remember that time, and I can't believe, like, okay, I understand why I'm
the
like,
smile is from the uncomfortableness.
Yeah, no, it's mad. But do you know what? I would love to, I would still love to be able to, it's crazy, because me and my brothers never even had a conversation about it.
Oh, wow.
We've never really, like, actually had a conversation. And just out of respect for him, I wouldn't tell the story.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But let's just say, yeah, it led me to having to leave the area, go and stay in hostels.
At 16?
Yeah, my first hostel was Kennerton, because I'm Lambeth.
Wow.
I'm originally Lambeth girl, It's only because we're up and Norwood, when you cross over, it's Croydon. So I went to Croydon schools. So that's why. But I'm originally Lambeth, so I've been, there was one hostel in Kennerton. I've been bed and breakfast Charles Edward Brooke. I've been
At
another.
my school?
Yeah, I went to there was a bed and breakfast next to it. Do you remember?
No way.
I was in there. I've been in one in Acre Lane.
Wow.
I've been in YMCA. I've been in one on Tivoli Road, West Norwood. I used to move all the time, because, do you know what it is? I'm still a little brat. I don't know who I think I am, but even the woman, Marcia Lumstead, I know her from Lambeth Council. She's like, how do I still remember her name?
She must have been pivotal to what was going on.
Listen, because I used to call her up. I say, no, I'm not happy. I'm not happy. If you see how I used to even rock up, to Lambeth Council, I
can only imagine you were fashion styling.
Hello, them time they're rocking Gucci straps and them thing there. My mum used to say, you need to look a bit more
like you're destitute.
No, I said never. I said never. Double-breasted coat, Armani jeans. You can't chat to me. Are you mad? I'm still going in there. This time I'm looking home. Priority's wrong. So funny. I laugh, because I think No, I'm not playing that game with anyone. But yeah, I moved a lot of times in those 2 years, a lot of times.
Wow.
And then I was doing an apprenticeship at the same time, which my first apprenticeship was in the London Stock Exchange, actually. That was my first
London Stock
Exchange. That was
Exchange.
my first office role, London Stock Exchange.
Wow.
Yeah.
And at 16, you're no longer underneath your mum's roof. You're having to fend for yourself. You're now having to budget, like finances and stuff. I'm assuming you had to claim benefits at that time.
Yeah. Income
How did
support.
that feel for a 16-year-old? Did you even think about what was happening at the time?
I don't think I really deeped it. I just remember more. It's only now I look back because I've kind of pushed that. I've
You
kind of made it like it's
compartmentalised
just
it.
standard, like it's normal. But when I think me and Kelly was discussing it, and it was like, do you know that that's actually not normal, because I can't imagine both of my kids being out there. So
I would die.
Yeah. So yeah, it was a lot. I remember getting £40 a week. I definitely could. This is the thing. I still used to ask my dad for money, but them times, I love my dad, because it doesn't matter where he is, he'll come, give that little, them time £20 could run still. Come and
£20
give a
was
little
a lot of money.
£20.
Remember, trainers were like £40 them times.
Yeah. So he used to really help me, but I also got a level of pride as well to know that if I'm outside, it's kind of somewhat fend for yourself a little bit. So yeah, and even I remember my friend, he's doing some time now actually. I should big him up, but I'll leave him. Even he doesn't realise, like, I've got this list, of like, when I make it, these are people that I'm gonna bless. And he is one of them, because there is times he probably didn't realise I didn't have no money, and he always used to feed me. Like, we used to roll together and he would buy me food. So he doesn't even know that he's on my list. And he's doing some time, and probably by the time he comes out, he'll be of age, but I'd like to know that I'm able to bless him, because I don't think he even knows that.
How he impacted you.
Yeah, and it's small things, and I'm very like that. If you've given me an opportunity, if you've helped me in some sort of way, I don't know what it is. I can't even. You could even do me wrong. It's still, I still am really grateful. I'm still grateful. It's so bizarre, because I was thinking about that the other day, and I was like, even one girl who brought me into insurance, and she talks badly about me in the industry. But that's because I've went sky past her. And sometimes people want you to do well, but not better than them.
Sometimes, a lot of the time.
A lot of the time, but at the same time, even though she does that, I still remember
the good that she did for you.
What do you mean she got my nails? When I first started, remember, I got sacked, I didn't have no money. Yeah, I didn't have no money. She brought me in, but she got my nails done. She bought me my first suit. She bought my lunch every day for the month.
Oh, wow.
So even though I've still got to be grateful, and I've always made sure I've put her on a pedestal. Like, always, like, even down to, like, at my events, I've brought her up on the mic, because
you never forget what she's
I
done
can't,
for
and
you.
I still can't. Like, I can't dislike her, because you still did what you did. Even if you want to just be nasty, that's just down to you. That's something that it's a you thing. But I'm still ever so grateful. And what she did for me is what I've been able to carry on and continue, and I did the same.
I love that. Pay it forward.
Yeah, of always. You taught me, so I will continue.
So you moved out at 16, fending for yourself for 2 years, hostels,
B&B,
temporary accommodation,
yeah.
B&B. When did you have your first child?
19.
19. So 18, you get your place, I take it?
Yeah, on my 18th birthday.
On your 18th birthday?
On my 18th birthday, I went downstairs, and there was a letter from Housing Association saying, yeah, there you go. Here's your your one bedroom.
Oh my gosh.
I know. So, and that, I would look at that place, because that place was so, sometimes, I know it's one bedroom, but like, you wish you could still be there, because it was actually so cute. It was so cute. It was petite, but it was nice.
It did what it needed
It did
to do.
what it needed to do as a single
And
person.
it was yours.
And I done it up nicely. Don't play with me. I went land of levers. Do you know what? My chest has been high from day. Do you know I painted the whole yard myself? My dad put all brand new laminate. You know, them times silver was in. So when you just got silver and you had big stoves cooker, it's just Samsung fridge. I told you, this is what I said. I've had it rough yet. I've lived a rough life, but I ain't.
You ain't lived a rough life.
I ain't really lived it. Do you see what I'm saying? Because who has a flat at 18 kitted out like that?
Only person I know that did that. Big up Jessie, my best friend, because she went through something similar.
Yeah.
And she stayed at my mum's for about a year, I think. About a year. My mum was that person, like always. Like you couldn't be around me and something happens to you. Like my mum would just, you got to stay at my mum's house.
Yeah.
My mum would seek like your mum approval, and your mum might try to chase my mum or anything like that. But my mum's not letting you sleep on the street.
Yeah,
never.
them ones.
So was you working from 16?
Yeah, because I was doing apprenticeship. Even when I was in hostel, I was doing apprenticeship.
So you're in Docklands?
No, bank.
Bank.
Yeah. Bank.
And you're working in the stock exchange. What was that like?
Yeah, it was different.
Coming from like Lambeth area and going up there.
I couldn't believe, and I had to have an interview for that. So even though it was an apprenticeship, obviously there was a body.
Yeah.
And they said, okay, we've got you an interview at the stock exchange. And I was like, oh, wow. And I remember I put on my wide leg. I've always loved a wide leg. Put on my wide leg.
I love a wide leg trouser.
Hello, my blazer. I went there, had the interview. They were like, yeah. And that was credit control.
Wow.
That was credit control. And and you get lunch, everything. You want to see in there, nice. It's proper nice. Get lunch, everything. Yeah, it was nice. It was different.
Yeah.
It was even like, but do you know what I used to do? This is how you know, Sasha, do you know? I used to, because I wanted to spend my money on clothes and stuff. Yeah. I used to get the bus, from the 133 all the way to bank. I never got trained. I should have got trained.
You wanted to
that
keep
journey's
every
long.
penny.
That journey's long.
133.
Do you know how long
That's
that journey?
over an hour.
Okay, that's what I used to do. That 133 from Brixton.
They was telling I was taking cabs. I was taking cab to college, cab to uni. Yeah.
Oh, you had money like that, Trina?
I don't even know how, but I did. I had a part-time job. At Sainsbury's. But yeah, I'll take. But
Sainsbury's was good paying. Then that was the top one.
Do you know what? I don't know. Like, because I remember it was like £3.28, but that was money back then, isn't it? £3.28, and then they gave us a little pay rise.
What yours was? I worked in Safeways.
I worked in Sainsbury's. Sainsbury's in Clapham Common. The new one, you know, when they had the big screen one. And everything. Yeah.
£3. Oh yeah,
£3.28. Because I was just a kid.
Yeah, you're only a little bit older, but remember, mine was £3. I think mine was £3.84 or something. Mine was silly, but I still managed to get.
I'm telling you, when I got paid and I saw the couple hundreds of pounds, like I couldn't believe it. I bought 110s at the time. I was a full tomboy.
Straight.
110s, tracksuit bottoms, socks, t-shirt, the whole everything. Nice. Yeah. Felt
them
good.
Days, don't you miss those days? Because even like levers, there used to be leather shops. You go Petticoat Lane and them that you had the.
Yeah.
I even had one bomber jacket, and then I went Selfridges to buy the LK Bennett suede loafers. You can't, you know, them days. Do you know what I mean? With my little Safeways money, but I still managed to do. Do you know what I mean?
A lot. Honestly, I would be flying out like on that little pay. I don't even know.
Bits. Oh wow.
And then obviously like when you was at college, you used to get like EMA.
Yeah.
There's a little £40. Yeah. That was nice.
But that could stretch then. £40, you blink and it gone. Blink. I can't do nothing. Every time I step out, it's about £100.
You forget that now. So cool. So you've got your place, you fixed it up, and now you're 19.
Yeah.
You're about to have a baby.
Yeah.
Do you know what I like about you as well? I like that you keep your kids private. Like, we know they're there because you talk about them.
Yeah, of course.
But you don't just have them outside. Very much like myself. I don't really do too much. You might get a picture with a face cover.
Yeah. Do you know what I used to? And then one time someone cloned my page.
Ooh.
They cloned it, especially them times when I was doing finance. They cloned it. And I didn't like it.
With all your kids?
Yeah. And from then, I'm not in it. I don't post them on my page. Sometimes you might get a little sneaky one. I only now just set up a private story on Snapchat to get the, because there's little things sometimes
you want to share
with my people. Because my Snapchat is definitely got a lot of people on there, and it's a lot of people I don't know. So yeah, I still like the element of being private. I don't really like to. And the thing is, I'm not private. If you know me, then you.
That's me
if
too.
If you know me, then you know.
Yeah.
I just don't feel like everything needs to be shared, and I don't want people that then see my kids and then knowing that that's my kids. And then you don't know. I don't know.
Like that. I don't like that.
It's a bit creepy.
I don't like it.
I don't know. So personally,
no,
my son's not interested in the camera too much.
Nah.
My daughter only.
They don't love all of that.
They don't care again.
So 19.
Yeah.
You have your firstborn. How was that experience for you?
Overwhelming. I remember it being overwhelming because I didn't have no younger siblings. I wasn't let me pick this baby up. I never changed a nappy before.
Oh, wow.
I'd never done barely any interaction with kids. That's what my mum would always say, I'm surprised you had any kids. Because I've never really been,
a maternal type.
Nah, I'm not really. I love my kids, and obviously the ones that are around me and close. But I'm not a person that you see kids and you go, oh my God, I'm broody. I'm not broody. I'm not broody at all. So yeah, it is bizarre. So yeah, it was overwhelming. My mum was in her feelings.
Okay.
Because she was like, I think she was just upset that this is the life that I've chosen, or this is what's happening. She was in her feelings, and I feel like I understand it now, because it's like my mum had my brother at 17, so it's like
cycle.
Yeah, and I just think, but at the same time, my mum, there was never no conversations about sex. There wasn't no conversations. Like, there wasn't conversations how a man should treat you. This is what there wasn't those conversations. So I kind of was figuring it out, if I'm honest, for my own son. My dad didn't sit me down and have those. No one sat me down and had the conversation. Not the same way that I will sit and how my daughter's dad sits with her and has those conversations. I've got to let it be known. And this is how we're able to break those cycles. They've got to be broken, because
Likewise, I mean, I had my first at 29, but I definitely didn't have no conversations about relationships or intimacy or figuring it out.
Yeah, it is that.
And that's really, it's not a good space to be in.
Do you think that's our error, like our time?
I think it is. I think I was raised by my grandma, so we definitely weren't talking about birds and bees, sex, intimacy, nothing. We definitely weren't talking about anything like that. I think what's good for us though is that we've had to deal with it.
Yeah.
And now we can see what we can do better.
Yeah, 100%.
I think they had so much other things to deal with.
I agree, and and it's not their fault either. I don't like to blame them.
They were dealing with like maybe being the first generation born here.
Yeah.
They were having to do. It was a different time.
Yeah.
So they're just trying to make ends meet, making sure the kids are okay. Whereas we've got a bit more freedom.
Yeah.
We understand.
Yeah.
We know how to navigate.
100%. We've got more. We've got way more.
And we've got more.
We've got way more.
You know.
So we have to see, but it's only us that can change things and just make sure it doesn't go that way. So yeah, I had him at 19, didn't know what I was doing. Went to the hospital, King's. Because even though I was queer now, I'm still going King's, because I was born in King's.
I did the same foolishness.
Okay.
I was born in St Thomas's.
But you're still doing...
I lived in Battersea.
Doesn't matter.
Westminster and Chelsea is my hospital. Like, it's just across the bridge. Like, not down the road. Across the bridge. And I'm like, no, I'm going Thomas's.
Yeah, that's
but I use my nanny's address.
Yeah, I was using my mum's, innit? I was still to me, I don't care. All my kids are Kings. I'm Kings and all my kids. It's like I want it all to match. Is that right? Oh my God. Okay. So we did
I was born on this floor. You're not born on this floor. I was overlooking the Thames.
Look at the Thames. We do it all together. Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? I know some people's gonna think it's a bit neaky.
It's just me.
No, I did the same thing. Made sure I wanted to make sure that all my kids I bought, and I weren't going to Mayday anyway. God forbid.
Oh, no, it's
Look.
called Croydon University Hospital.
They want to change it.
Rebrand. Ange
Yeah.
the brand.
They
Rebrand.
Well, I weren't involved in that.
So, okay, you've got your son
Yeah,
at
Shakai.
19.
Yeah.
How is that feeling as a young mum?
Yeah, it was a lot. It was overwhelming. Never changed a nappy before.
Mm,
My mum's feeling some type of way. So, normally someone will stay with you.
mm.
It wasn't my mum, it was my dad. My dad stayed with
No
me. Yeah.
way.
So I didn't know absolutely anything. However, I'd overly prepared. Like I had everything.
Yeah.
But I was genuinely, that was me 19 on my own with my son. And that's what I mean. That's my little baby, because it was genuinely just me and him.
Wow.
That it was me and him. It was me and him. Bless him.
Do you mind me asking what happened?
So basically I had a hernia, and I would have had the operation at, I think I was supposed to have an operation, but I was pregnant. So I wouldn't, yeah. So by time to abort it, if that was, okay guys, that was what I was going to do. Too formed for me. Too formed, but it wasn't like that with me and his dad. I'm going to be completely, it wasn't that. So for me, I've never been the type of woman that says, oh, I'm just going to have someone, but that's not me. That's not who I am. Do you get what I mean? So there's a reason behind it. Am I happy? Of course. I couldn't imagine. And
A life without.
yeah, like he inspires me every day to get up and do the things that
I
I'm
hear
doing.
the stuff that he's doing.
Yeah.
His grind.
Do you know what? God truly, he must know, because I'm so proud of him. Honestly, like, I'm so proud. And he doesn't have his dad. He hasn't seen his dad for me. He was 3 years old.
No way.
Yeah,
And the person's just in the world and just knowing they've got a child and they don't.
Trina, let me tell you something, who I am. I'm not running down no man. And do you know what it is? When I made the decision to have him, I've held that for myself personally, because it was a choice that I made. How he's probably looking at it is I've chosen to have his child, isn't it? But for me, it's like, a child is too formed. Like, I think it was going on to like 20. It was like something.
Oh no, that's a whole.
Was it? It was about 18 weeks. It would have been.
No.
So just in between.
You can't.
And I think, do you know what was mad?
And no shade to anyone that has. Just want to throw that out there.
Yeah, of course.
We're not.
Each to their own. But I think for me, I was looking at, I think online, how the growth. I don't know what made me do that.
Yeah.
Why I did that, because I actually went to the clinic, and yeah, I don't know what made me. Yeah, I just couldn't. I don't think I would have
Just
ever.
wasn't in you.
No, I couldn't, and I'm glad I didn't. And I think that's why God has just made sure he's good. He's good. Do you know what I mean? Because sometimes, with boys, if they don't have their father, that could affect them. It could have been, and what can you really say? But I have there's a lot of male role models, good ones. Every single family member, the male family member, look after their kids. Every single one, very well. Very, very good fathers. So, like when I'll be on Kelly and I say, I know high value man, I'm not just talking about money. I'm talking about men that actually do the things that they're supposed to do. Morals. Do you know what I mean? Like having their kid not just on the weekend, but active. I've got a lot of family. I can't think of a cousin, and I've got a big family that is not an active father.
I love that.
Do you see?
Yeah.
So
that must have been scary though, Ange.
I know. I don't think I really. Oh my God, I feel like my Cruella or something, because it's hard cow. I don't know if I really. I don't think I've taken it in. I'm someone that just gets on with it. Like, I don't. This is why I say I don't run down no man for money. I use it as my fuel. It's a bit like I use it like, okay, what are we gonna do? Let's go. It's go time. Yeah, because to be fair, I should be like I don't know.
There's no should. There's no, there's no book of how you need to respond. And sometimes we have to respond to survive.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Sometimes
Yeah.
you can't sit and dwell in it because
I just think when you make a decision yourself, you decide yourself, you got to hold that. You got to hold that and you got to run with that. I don't complain. I don't think anyone's ever heard me ever complain. I don't complain. I don't do the talk on the phone or this. I don't do all of that. We don't do that talk. We just, come on, let's get on with it.
scrape up yourself and
Scrape up
move on.
yourself and go on. Yeah.
Like just like that. Oh, I feel a bit emotional about that actually.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. I'm an empath, I
Yeah,
just
I
like
love
feeling
that
all of this
though.
stuff and I'm like, oh my God, this is so.
Do you know what? You make me think that I'm supposed to deep it more.
No. I'll tell you what, I didn't used to deep things. I
Okay.
used to be very cut off, cutthroat, dead to me, change
Yeah.
my number. Whatever I got to
Yeah.
do to lock you off or the situation, I used to be like that. And then I think when my nanny passed away,
Yeah.
there was some sort of revelation or unraveling. I slowly began to unravel. And everything that I thought was dead to me, don't need to think about that.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, I was faced with everything. And it was too much. It was
Yeah, I can
overwhelming.
imagine, yeah.
It was overwhelming. And it was like, just, and I was like, oh my God, I need to take a time out.
Yeah.
I did kind of like what Kelly did. I just jumped on the plane.
Yeah, sometimes it gets. What do you
I
mean?
just-
Sometimes it gets like that. Get out.
I
No, look at
literally
this grey
booked it
sky.
right now. Booked it right now as I was
Ow.
on the way to the airport. Like that.
Gone.
I'm
I'm
out
out.
of here.
I'm out.
I'm out of here, and I'm on timeout
Process
because
it somewhere else.
I couldn't process it here.
Yeah, you can't. Sometimes you can't. Too much happens here.
Yeah. So there's no rule to how to deal with things, but I do know when we compartmentalize things, eventually all those boxes are gonna open up. Just
See, that's
throwing
what
it
you
out
feel
there.
like I've done.
I don't know. I
No,
don't
be
know. I
honest.
don't
Do you
know.
feel like I've?
I don't know enough.
I love a therapy session.
I don't know enough, but I do know.
It's like I don't. It's like I don't take it so deep. I'm just like it's nothing.
But you don't need to make like I don't want to make you feel like I want you to deep that because that's how you've dealt with it and that's fine.
I get what you're saying.
Do you get what I'm saying?
I respect that.
So no one's supposed to make you feel like, oh, I need to deep this a bit more. No.
Yeah.
I'm just taken aback by
Yeah.
that. Wow, you're really amazing.
Okay.
Because that's hard.
Yeah.
Like that's hard.
Yeah.
Moving out at 16,
Yeah.
having a child at 19,
Yeah.
not having the necessary supportive mechanisms, and then raising some good kids.
Yeah.
Very good kids.
Yeah. We give thanks.
Yeah, you're amazing.
Thank you.
Very, like that is like that in itself, and we haven't even got into all the other stuff that you've done, but that in itself as the foundation of where you've started as a mother, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, so take that.
I will.
Deep
I
that.
receive it, Trina.
Deep that.
I receive it, babe.
All right, so you've had your little one. Daddy's come there. Big up, Daddy.
Yeah, my dad
Respect
stays
to
with me,
you, Dad.
know.
Yeah, respect to you, Daddy.
Man like Aston Dormer.
Yeah.
Bless him.
Respect, Daddy.
Yeah, he came and stayed. My dad is so. Do you know what? My dad is just a really peaceful, happy man. I've never seen my dad miserable. I've never seen my dad angry. He's just at peace.
Love that.
Yeah.
That's a good space to be in there.
Yeah.
And that must be calming for you.
He makes things go over his head. He doesn't take anything in too much.
Yeah.
Like, he's actually a great man.
Yeah.
Yeah. My dad's a very good guy.
Much respect to Daddy.
Yeah.
So you've got a child, toddler. Do you go straight back to work? Do you wait?
Oh yeah, no, I haven't got time. 5 months he went in nursery. I'm sorry, it's bad,
With
isn't
the
it?
expensive
But I can tell
childcare.
you who. Them times they weren't that expensive.
Okay.
I remember I would have been getting them times I was on tax credits.
Okay.
So I was them times there they were doing 90% childcare.
Yeah, they were.
They were doing 90%. Went straight in.
80 now, up to a certain amount. Yeah.
I don't even listen. I don't know how some people are doing it. I couldn't do it.
My childcare was about £2,000 a month.
Yeah, yeah. Especially those And to be fair, I paid a bit more because I wanted him. I always liked a top tier one.
So the ones in Battersea where I lived at the time, they were
them were
like
nice.
$3.25 a week.
Yeah, I can imagine that though.
A
The area
week.
though, think about it.
And you have to put the name down from your conceive,
Oh, really?
even before, because you might not get in.
Oh, wow,
Yeah,
like that?
Yeah, the lists were like crazy. But in the end, I took my kids to nursery in the ends.
Oh, did you? Oh,
In
that's
Angel
good.
Town.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow,
yeah.
that's good.
And it was like it was a Black African run nursery. And I love the fact that it was auntie and uncle
I
and
love that.
very like old school
yeah,
principles.
traditional, yeah.
So my kids have got their manners is top 10.
Yeah,
Like
oh, I
you're
love
never gonna
that.
hear my kids are disrespectful.
Yeah.
Because everyone's auntie and uncle, good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
Oh, I love that.
Because that
installed
coupled
that
with
in
my
them,
nanny as well.
yeah.
My nanny looked after them prior to nursery. So yeah, old school. So you've gone back to work. You're juggling, doing the childcare, running.
Work. I've always been someone, I've always worked. I just have to work.
So you still working at the stock exchange, or have you moved on?
Nah, because I didn't even finish that. I dropped out. I dropped out. I stopped. I think because there was just so much going on with my moving.
Okay.
So I kept on. Remember, I'm in hostel.
You
Going
got
to
no
stock
stability.
exchange.
Yeah.
Then I had to move again. So it didn't work out. I didn't even end up completing that apprenticeship.
Oh.
And then just tried again at college. Flopped that. I've told you the only thing I've ever completed in my life is my fashion and textile degree. That's it. Never completed anything.
Because you loved it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So what happens after you had your little one? You're back to work. What are you doing? What's it feeling like for?
So I was
Andrea?
doing accounts payable. So always do accounts. Was I accounts assistant? I was working in Beckenham, a small company. But again, my son, he had allergies. He was a bit sickly.
Oh no.
So he kept on getting sick every 2, and they can't be in for 48 hours and all of that.
Yeah.
And she just said she don't think it was working.
Oh.
Left that role. And I think I took a little, it was tiny, it must have been about a month time out. Just went again. But it's the same thing, and I just kept on going, because them times there, you could get a job easy.
It was quick.
I could
you
say
just
I
call
wanted
up
a
in
job
the morning.
next week. You'll get the job quick. So never had a problem. Always someone that's always had a job. I've never been someone to just sit there and do absolutely nothing. I can't.
I think I've only been unemployed on benefits for like 6 weeks in my whole life. 6 weeks. And the way how they treated me, because it was trauma. It was trauma for me, Ange. It was trauma. It was so much trauma. 6 weeks. I went to the Brixton. Imagine, Brixton High Road. I went to the job centre in the Nico Fari.
Oh God.
With the fur and the Chanel glasses.
Of course you did.
Because I'm trying to just dip in,
dip out like that. Girl, you should have worn a mask.
The security said, sorry, can you take your... I thought, what's going on here?
Oh, no.
What's going on here? I felt so embarrassed to have to go and sign on. And to be fair, I was paying taxes from I was 16.
So it doesn't even matter.
It shouldn't even have been a thing. I see that as a rebate, actually. If I ever have to sign on, that's a rebate, because I've been paying taxes since I was 16.
100%. It's
and
only
at
right.
a higher rate as well.
It's only right. Yeah, like that. They talk to you nicely.
At a higher rate. So I'm allowed to get a rebate every now and then, actually. But it was such a horrible experience, But God's so amazing, because I ended up managing those people.
No. No.
Yeah, I ended up getting a job there.
Oh, look at that. Wow.
And so, their one-to-ones was different. One person in particular, their one-to-one was different. I needed to let them know that, how you treat the customer is not the way you need to treat the customer.
Okay.
And I had evidence.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Not just from myself, but from other people's experiences. So we definitely changed that.
Okay. Yeah, nice. Don't play with
But
trees,
it was so bad that I remember I didn't even sign off. I didn't sign off. I just didn't go back. I didn't get the last little closing.
Yeah,
little,
no,
nah,
you
I just
ain't got
don't. I'm
time
not
for
doing
that.
this.
Yeah.
I'm working
Not
now.
like me. I
I'm
don't
not
have time
like-
to try and look to dig this and to dig that. I ain't got time for that. You know you can get this. Forget that, man.
I'm good,
You
thank
trying to
you.
run and look what's about. Forget that. I ain't got time. No, man. I can't stand them. And you know people are there, you can get this, you can get that. I probably missed out on bare things when I
No,
was
when I
young.
was
I don't
managing,
care.
I was giving everything. Like, what,
Oh,
childcare? You need childcare? Yeah, we can pay that for 4
bless.
weeks. You
Yeah.
need this, you need that, you
Oh,
need
that's
clothes, you need this, that, and the
lovely.
other. Because now I'm knowing, I knew what it felt like on the other side. So I'm like, no, everyone needs to get, there's a budget for this.
I love
Everyone
that.
needs to get what they need to get. But yeah, that was interesting. So, how old were you when you had your second child?
I was maybe 23.
23.
23 going on 24,
4
yeah.
years later.
Yeah,
5 years
they're
later.
4 years,
Yeah.
4.5 years apart.
I love that. Me and my siblings were 4 years apart. I love that.
Yeah, 4.5 years apart.
And how was that experience? Was it different?
Yeah. It was different because I was with her dad.
Yeah.
So it was different, you know. We done family life. You know, it really helped me during especially uni times. You know, he would pick the kids, drop them
So
to
he
school,
did
pick
good
them up. He done school run.
co-parent,
You
everything.
can't play with him though. Just as a man in itself, you wouldn't even hold a shopping bag. So you know when I say them things about petrol going in, those are the standard jump out the car petrol, jump out the car bags, jump out the.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? Like I'm not saying it for no reason.
But that's
just normal.
That's it.
That's
like
just
my granddad did that stuff. That's chivalry.
It's normal stuff, but
Yeah.
to this new age, new gen, and I just try and make sure I install those in my son.
Your son, yeah.
You know, like as soon as I see something like I've gone in the lift or something and you ain't grabbed it, and I have to look at him for a bit and go, oh, sorry, mum. Because I've got to keep reminding him, you see me with a bag, I should never carry a bag. And neither should your woman.
Yeah.
Or any woman.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That you know,
yeah.
Take those bags off.
Because like we used to see older people and take their bags for them.
Exactly.
It was normal.
Hold the door.
Yeah.
Those are just like
chivalry. Oh my gosh, I don't even know my son's business, but
yeah. Tell me. Don't know.
But yeah, he's definitely chivalrous, and I'm kind of scared because I'm like, some of these younger women, they're not.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I don't want them to try clam my son out.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
They could never.
Yeah.
Yeah, hello, I'll roll out with you. Let's go. Let's go. A 2 up. Let's go. Vix, you coming? Let's go.
But yeah, he was speaking to me the other day and he's like, oh, I was going to take her and, obviously I got to pay for her food. And I was like,
yeah, oh my God, that's beautiful.
I was so happy. I was so proud. But at the same time, I was thinking, she's a dirty little girl.
Yeah,
like, if any else
take time.
Take my son.
Yeah, and it depends on where they're asking to go. Because I tell my son, one was trying to say, she had plans on all the list of restaurants. I see SDK, I see one next place, I see one next place. On whose money? On whose money?
I went SDK for my daughter's birthday. Shout out the girls that I met at STK and for recognising me. But that was a good 500 on a pan. 555.
Electrician. Electrician.
Yeah. That's a good job,
Yeah.
Very, very good
job.
job.
So she knows. But I said, no. No, obviously it's up to him, but take your time.
Yeah, take your time. SDK is a bit much.
Do you know what it is? This new gen, they think it's all the aesthetics, it's all the restaurant. Like, I used to be happy with Nando's back in the day. It was cinema, ABC. What was it, ABC in Streatham? That's where I went on dates. What are you talking about?
It was a different time.
I understand that it's a different time, but it's a scary time right now.
It is a very scary time because STK for a kid, that's not even 20.
Yeah, he's
that's 19. A lot of money.
My son's 18. He's going to be 19.
Steak is £55 minimum entry level.
Yeah.
Fillet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you want the 200 and 75 kilograms, it's going to cost you £68.
Listen, there were some lists or some that she was saying. I just said to him, if you don't know the girl, don't do that type of date. Get to know her. Take time.
Go bowling.
You do that if that's your woman, and if she's interested in that, she's doing it for social media.
Yeah, go bowling.
For the snap and
for the gram.
And all of that. You're not doing that on my son.
No,
darling.
And then next minute you're not even putting him in the camera.
Do you understand? How dare you?
Doing too much.
Face the camera to him. Put the camera to him. Put it to him. Let them know who paid.
Know who covered this bill. But so you had her. 24.
That was 7 years. maybe even 8, 7. Yeah,
Mm.
we finished when she was like 5 or 6.
Mm.
6 or and it was 2 years before that.
Yeah.
Yeah, a long time.
And he was co-parenting with you with your oldest as
Yeah,
well. I love
Basically took
that.
him on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was from day dot. Never left him out.
Mm.
Even when he still posted pictures, you'll see the pictures with my son in there as well.
Mm.
Because he's got 2 boys as well.
Okay.
So my daughter has 3 brothers.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
She's
serious.
very protected. Yes.
Yeah. It's mad. Your dad's a madman too. Yeah. It's peak for you, darling. Peak, babes.
Straight and narrow for you. Straight and narrow.
Oh,
and don't get emotional and call
and it's
them for the wrong
funny
reason.
because even the way he is, he's still so soft with her that I'm like, can you be a bit more hard? I need your support on this one. Can't. It's a girl and a daddy girl, and it's I love you. You want to see the messages when you see it. It's actually so sweet.
Yeah.
And it's daddy, any woman would be lucky to have you. That the conversations are meant. I'm like, hello. My message.
Oh,
but yeah, it's
that.
sweet. They've got a really good. That's how I know my daughter. She's good.
Yeah.
Because she's loved.
Yeah.
Loved
like how your dad loves you.
Yeah. The relationship is so strong, and I think that is very important because sometimes girls, they tend to try and look for love when they're not getting
when
it
they don't have it from
their
dad.
father.
Yeah.
They can. I'm not saying all, but it can happen. So I'm just glad that I know that she's okay. And even though he's a bit of a tough cookie, but he still talks to her, and she's able to talk to him. And I feel like we've been able to do that well, because I wasn't able to talk to my mum. I said that.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like I could have definitely always spoke to my dad. I think I've always been quite closed. So my dad's always open to my dad was always cool, to be fair. So yeah. So it's about that. Yeah.
I love that. So you've done your motherhood. You've done like the 9 to 5 jobs and such. When did you decide that this is not for me?
What, the jobs?
Yeah.
I think when I went, no. So I went back to uni.
Okay.
I studied fashion and textiles. Absolutely beautiful time, amazing time. Got my first dress that I made, yellow, really nice.
Yeah.
Deep V at the back, high neck, pleats.
Oh.
Yeah, pleats. Yeah, very, very nice. Yellow satin. It was a nice satin because I took the time to look for that fabric. It was so nice. So we went to
I can see the joy in your face.
I love it. It was just great because you will understand. I am a bit of a perfectionist. I can be quite like very, what's that word? Is it tedious? A little bit picky.
Yeah.
I could move something, and this is why I don't even offer design work, because I'll move that one thing so it's straight. Yeah, I can move a line for 20 minutes, Trina.
I know.
One line on a flyer,
it's too much.
It's too much. So
I know Elmo's tired of me and Jay, because I'm very like, the lighting weren't like this, and the plant was not where the plant's supposed to be. And
But do you know what it is? It's a spirit of excellence.
Oh.
Yeah, hello.
I'll claim the spirit of excellence.
Yeah, I accepted that. If you go,
I'm
not going to tell you the meaning. Go and read up what the spirit of excellence is. Spiritually mad.
I love
Do you understand what time? And someone said that to me. Big up Nikki. She said that you got the spirit of excellence, and I hold that with me. And I always do things to a high standard. That's who I am. I can't even help it.
Yeah.
You know when they say it's in you.
Yeah.
You just want everything to be perfect. I do believe that sometimes it can hold you back.
Yeah, it can cause procrastination
as well, big time, isn't it?
Yeah. And that's why my whole thing now is just do it.
Yeah, just do it, but
just
still
do it.
to a standard.
Yeah, to a
standard of yours at least, but still it can always elevate.
Yeah.
So it should be at a standard,
a base,
and
then
grow up. Yeah, 100%.
I had to learn that you have to give yourself room for growth. It's not going to be 100% all the time.
100%.
Give yourself the space to grow.
I like that.
So
went to
you
uni.
did the uni.
Yeah.
What did you get? 2-1?
Yeah.
1?
No. What did I?
First class.
First.
You got first?
Yeah.
Yes, we got. Come on, man. Come on.
Chat to me. And these times I
Put
do
some
everything
respect.
last minute, you know.
Oh.
Do you know
And
what
you
I
still
used to...
got the first class?
Listen, when I mean I used to hear the birds tweeting, you see someone, I work better under pressure. It's only Kelly the other day, well, not the other day, like probably a year ago, she said, you know, like you've got symptoms of ADHD, like badly. Because I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm always going to do it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the simple fact I got it months ago.
You
Why have you waited to
24
the last
hours.
minute to do something? And I'll always, everything, and I'll still get good marks all the time. Everything, coursework, everything. I don't know, because I'm very much like a teacher's pet as well. So even if I have a coach, like, if you tell me to do something, I have to do it. So it doesn't matter if it's a minute before our session.
You're gonna get
I have
it done.
to do. I'm gonna get it done,
Yeah.
because I'll never want to disappoint. And you told me to do something.
Yeah.
So that's why coaches and things like that work very well for me. I
Yeah.
thrive.
Yeah.
You have to kind of know who you are.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm? Do
Yeah.
you see what I'm saying?
It's your learning style.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
you
is mine.
understand
Where
it.
some people, they wouldn't care.
Yeah.
So it does work.
Yeah, I was watching the episode with you and Kelly, and you were like, "No, I had to get it done. I had to make sure that their pay went in." Kelly's like, "Well, they just
Yeah,
would have
she
got
wouldn't have.
paid.
Yeah,
They just would have got paid." I was
I'm
like,
not.
"Oh, Kelly,
No.
don't manage my thing."
But do you see what I'm saying? Because I'm pushing you too, though,
I need to get paid, Kelly.
Because I'm thinking about, this is what I go to.
Yeah.
How would you feel? I'm number one with that. This is why I treat people a certain way, you know, because I always go to, how would you feel?
That's how I used to manage my teams.
Yeah.
I'm like, how would you feel if you were receiving this service?
Yeah.
What happens if you're unemployed tomorrow and you've now got to sit on the other side of the table? Is that how you want to be treated?
Yeah. Woo, Trina.
Now it feels different.
Ooh.
It feels different now, isn't it? Like,
yeah.
so now we're treating people differently, because you could just end up there. I'm not threatening you, not letting you know that you might lose your job.
Yeah.
But you could just end up on the other side of this table.
You don't
and then
know.
what's going to happen now? Are you going to want someone to treat you how you're treating them?
That part. It's so true.
And then obviously I do HR now. So now it's about treating people how they want to be treated.
Of course.
Not how you want to be treated. Because I might want to be treated like a mug. Don't do it.
Yeah, never.
Don't do that.
Never.
But, like, you know, that's how, if someone wants to be treated that way, you've got to treat them how they want to be treated, not how you want to be treated.
Yeah, okay.
But if you start from the standard of how you want to be treated, because we all kind of hold ourselves in high regard, then you're halfway there, you know? Anyway, I digress. I digress.
Go on, spit them.
So you got your degree in fashion, first class, big you up all the time. When did you get into insurance? Is this before or after?
This is afterwards. So even after fashion, I had a brand called NTD. That's where Never Turn Down comes. The never till the day you die, to the end. Never turn down, and everything you do be great.
Yeah.
Never turn down. You don't.
It's
my mantra. It's my life mantra. It's what I live by.
Yeah.
Even down to my coach sent me a video, and he even said it in that video when he was doing his public speaking, and he said never turn down. And he said, and even times where I've wanted to give up, I've thought, never turn down. Just NTD, never turn down. Like, it's very, very, that there I hold so close.
I saw your clothing on the pages.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
Did you see that? That's a mood board. Did you see that? Have you seen the page? I can't even get back into that page.
Oh, you can't?
I can't get in because I don't have the email that it was. I can't, the page is there. That paid the bandage dresses. It was just.
It was nice.
Do you know what it is? I'm not ever going to sell rubbish. I'm very, very, very particular what's attached to my name. Like, it is precious. Do you see? Because I could sell right now.
Yeah. But if it's not.
Trina, if it's not.
If you ever decide to do it again, I don't mind modelling
one
or two dresses.
Come true. I'm going to do it.
Sponsorship and such.
Yeah, come on. Oh my God. Don't blame me, Trina. Don't blame me. Don't let me come true.
So you did that, selling the dresses.
Yeah.
What changed for you? Why did you stop?
Wasn't consistent. Was working part-time. Part-time in Sutton Council, actually. Part-time doing what I needed to do. But yeah, it wasn't consistent. Spending the profits. Didn't have no business acumen. Didn't understand. I just didn't. consistency wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a side hustle. I wasn't
Mm-hmm.
looking at it serious, but I took it serious because we done brand shoots at Tate Modern. Like we done one called the London Collection, where the model we used, we went all different parts of London. So we done Tate Modern. She was at the Red Phone Box, Black Taxi.
Oh, I
Like we
love
took
that
it serious. So
idea.
that's where that's why I said me doing what I do now.
Yeah.
It goes way back.
Yeah.
It
The
goes
journey
way
started
back.
a while
Yeah,
ago.
it started a while ago, and I
Yeah.
done it with a friend as well. My other friend Kelly, big up you, Kels. They're like 2 Kellys. I went to school with her, and our love for fashion is just crazy. And then we done it together, but we both was lacking. We was lacking, you know.
It was a good idea, liked it, but didn't have the business acumen like you said.
Didn't have it. So, and then I went back to, was working still. And then a new manager came in. She gave me 1 week's notice. She just didn't like me. She wasn't feeling me. Yeah, and I've just, like I say, I remember crying on the phone to my mum. I always remember. And I just said, that's it. It's go time. But I was supposed to go back and do, because by the time then, I was a bit rusty. Like, I've done my degree, but I hadn't made clothes for so long. Yeah. So I was like, I'm going to make this from scratch now. So I remember before I was buying and then reselling.
Yeah.
So this time I was like, I'm going to make it from scratch. Let me go and I was going to go back to college. I think it was like a 6 weeks course or something. Just
like
to get
a refresher.
Yeah, refresher. Yeah. But then an ex-friend's brother came to see me about insurance. And no, I'm lying. I had something with the bank. Okay. It was something so silly. Them time there I was with Abby National then. Yeah. Abby. But it was something small, but I didn't understand it. I think someone sold it to me, you know, and then he was like, oh, yeah, I'm going to do your insurance for you for the kids. And for me, it's like, no one can ever tell me anything about protecting my children and I don't do it.
Why would you not?
So it was standard. Yeah. It wasn't even a thing of like, oh, should I? How much is this? It wasn't. It was just,
do it
okay,
now.
let's go.
Yes.
And he did that. But he also knows me as Hustler Ange. Because I always, before, I used to sell things on eBay. I'll do car boots. I used to actually source vintage clothes and resell them, real fur, rabbit furs, fox furs, minks, all of that. Hustler. So I used to go to, like the car boots and stuff. So he was like, Ange, this opportunity, I think you will like it. But I'm not going to lie, he told me the money. He told me the comms. He told me the comms. And I was like, okay. And I was like, should I go? So I went to the interview, Canary Wharf. You know when you use the maps, it takes you, I was an hour late for my interview. I was an hour going round and round and
Canary
round
Wharf
and round
is
in
a wild place.
I hope they fixed that now.
It's an island.
I hope they fixed that because that made me late. And I remember this Congolese guy, he come, big Congolese guy, and he's like, you're late, like I shouldn't even see you. And then I was like, no, but I think you should. Like I kind of gave in and I'm really sorry, this is what happened. And he was like, oh, okay, come on. But he was rude, he was feisty, he was upset I was late.
Yeah.
But he was just like, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. The girl before you was better than you. Oh. Like you're like basically like you're wasting your time. So I said, okay. But he said, you know what? You've got a network, because I showed him the NTD page. Because you need to kind of have a network. Yeah. Because who are you gonna sell to? Who are you gonna reach out to? So he was like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna let you on. Let's see. But they weren't rating me. Oh. He weren't rating me. He weren't rating me. 4. Anyway, went in there, smashed that to pieces. That was it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you were just excelling. Just
non-stop. I think I was my first month there, full month, 8K sales. When I tell you it can only be God. You see, when I say that, Trina, 2019, I think the clock, New Year's Eve. I said, Lord, I want things to be different. I want there to be a change. Listen, by February, there was a change. By February, I was rolling in
Won't he
it.
do it?
But I was like, huh? And I asked, remember, I've got sacked. I'm like, I need something. And this is the first time that I didn't go out. Bless you.
Blessings,
Bless you.
thank
That was
you.
a cute sneeze. That was me, boy. It would have been 3 of them come out. You know them triple sneeze? No composure, disgusting sneezing. They get me so mad, Trees. Come like, no. You
It's
know,
my granny, you
imagine
know.
you're on a date and just... Can you imagine? Keep it together. What was I saying? Yeah, so... Oh, God, I can't even remember. What was I saying?
No, you were saying that, yeah, you asked God at New Year's Eve.
Yeah,
and then...
for change. And the first time I didn't go out.
Yeah.
And I stayed, and me and my kids, we was in a circle and we prayed. And honestly, like, that is when I would say, yeah, every single thing you could think of changed. Remember, I was the girl in the club. I was the girl, I never used to read books. I didn't even believe in positivity.
Oh,
I
wow.
wasn't that. I never used to read no quotes or any of those things. What are you talking
No
about?
affirmations.
Nothing. I went into any of that. I remember one time my friend was reading The Secret. I said, why are you reading that? I said, why are you reading that? I said, I didn't understand when people were being positive. I know it sounds strange, but I wasn't that girl. It was the club, dress up, look good, stand up there in the club and talking to man. You know what I mean? Let's keep it real.
Keeping it real.
That's who I was.
And I love that. I love that you keep it real.
That's who I was. So in that moment, everything changed and I was exposed to different environments. I saw people winning and I just wanted to follow their lead. Like I was so submissive to their leadership, to their training, that I just was just like, whatever they're doing, I want to do.
Sponge.
So, yeah, sponge. I am a sponge though. If I see someone doing great over there, I'm going over there. I don't feel no way. And I will give you your dues on that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just rose really quickly. Like, I think within 3 months, I was team leader. Then I was manager. So the aim was to be then senior manager, which I was nearly. I think I should have been, but they kept on changing the rules. You'll hear the corruption in a minute. And then you get your own region.
Okay. Regional manager.
Yeah, region. So the guy that interviewed me, the person who he had, that was his region. So I wasn't with that guy.
Right.
He was the hierarchy, but there was another person who I was with.
Okay. That you report to.
Yeah, so that who I reported to, and he was lovely to me. Like he taught me so much in terms of leadership. I'd done so well, like just everything. He always praised me. I always exceeded what he's asked me to do. And then one day everything changed. Everything literally changed, and it was like, do you know what it is?
At your peak, how many people are you managing?
22.
22
And
people.
mainly only 2 male, all the rest females. Females don't tend to do well in this industry. They're mothers as well. Some are bringing their kids in. I allowed kids to come in. Bring your kids. While you're on the phone, I'm holding the child. We've got time. That's why I said, when I get an office, this office that I envision for myself that is glass, there will be a nursery in there.
I have a similar vision.
Yeah, let's go. Come on.
Honestly, I have a similar vision.
Yeah.
I think it's so hard for mothers, whether you're a single mum or mother in a...
matter. Yeah.
I like, in my partnership, I had to do the school run, go to work, do the school run, come home, still cooking. So I'm not saying I was single mum, but
still,
that was single mum activity.
100%. That is. But there's no difference.
With a 9-to-5 job, do you know what I mean?
There's no difference.
And it wasn't easy, and I made sure I offered. I didn't understand parenting before I had a kid. I had compassion though.
Yeah.
I always had compassion, but the empathy level went through the roof.
It
once
was naturally. You really get it.
Yeah, like really get it. Now I'm like, don't worry. Take the necessary time that you need to. I used to say it anyway, but now
still, it
felt from it came from a different space.
Yeah, 100%.
So I love the idea of having that. You know, I know in America a lot of workplaces do have creches and nurseries and stuff because it's important. You know,
pop in, see your kids and know that your kids are right. You just pick the child up and you go straight home in a car. No stop off. You're going straight home.
Food,
I love
bed,
it.
dinner, like
it's beautiful.
You know, luckily for me, when I worked in the Brixton Job Centre, my kids' nursery was over, so I could go and pop and see them.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Like I did, the way how I hated having to work.
Oh, I love
as a
that.
mum, like,
Yeah.
because my kids had some like stuff happen to them when they were little, so
Yeah.
I was clingy to them
Yeah.
more than they
Yeah.
were clingy
Cling
to
to me.
me.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I get it.
So I
You
always
had
wanted
to.
to see them.
Yeah. You
Want
gotta
to
make
make sure
sure
they're
you
all
mad.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to have to go prison if I pop in
Yeah.
and
Come
see, but I
on.
might have to.
Yeah. If we do, come on.
Yeah, you know.
Sometimes you do.
But I definitely love the idea about wanting to raise up other women. So
Yeah.
having a
It
team
was
of
from
so
then.
many.
Yeah. Of women doing well. Like, do you know what? That's what I said. When I say to you, it can only be God. I've told you, I've not come from this.
Yeah.
Like, leadership literally fell
Into your lap.
into my lap,
Yeah.
and it just became, even though I had my team, there was other teams.
Yeah.
So there was like 4 teams,
Mhm.
and everyone used to come to me, and it didn't matter that they weren't in my team. I'm still helping.
We all need to win.
It doesn't, even though it is quite a competitive space.
Yeah.
You know, it sells, and it's you have a leaderboard.
Yeah.
And
I used to
you've
have
got,
one of those.
yeah, got WMB, we've got PAL, we've got where we mean business.
Yeah.
Do you get me? And my thing is, we're at the top. I will not, Trina. When I tell you, this is when I tell you I'm dangerous. I will not sleep, you know.
I had similar behaviours.
Really bad.
Similar. You see my KPIs, don't play. I'm wanting to know sometimes, like I was so competitive at the end of the month, yeah, you had to have your target in it. I will hold something back because I want you to think here that you're winning.
Them tricks. And then the next minute on the ball, pa, 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 pa. Yeah. Yeah.
You thought you were winning and you wasn't because you held this one back until 5 p.m.
Last
when everything
minute.
cut.
Oh, you're bad. That is bad. I love
I'm
that.
like, no, I have to win.
Yeah.
Like I had this drive.
It's dangerous though. Do you know what? It's a good thing and it's dangerous because, like I said, I used to work some strong hours.
Yeah.
And because I saw the vision and I knew where I wanted to get to, like I wanted to have my own region.
Yeah.
Do you see? Because I saw them and let's be honest, the guys are in their Porsches, all of that. Like, they're just doing bits.
Yeah, you want to compete.
Doing bits.
Yeah.
I can see there's someone just bought another house and thing. Remember, when you have a region, everyone under you
is feeding.
So as much as I'm getting commission
For you,
I'm getting commission for my team.
Yeah.
So when them are hitting big numbers,
you're hitting too.
Come on. So I used to buy them with we've had lubes.
Yeah.
So you'll get a competition, so it could be like a belt.
Yeah.
It could be 500, whatever to get. Let's go.
100% incentives.
That's it.
Yes.
Incentives. That's what it was. Incentive of
Driving.
the month. I miss it though. I miss elements of it, but it wasn't good. There was definitely neglection in terms of me neglecting my kids. And I don't mean they had more. They used to have my bank card. Like it was. They could do what they want.
But it was time.
It was. Come on, man.
The time you can't buy.
You can't buy that. And all I kept on, and I remember like my mum having a word with me, like people were having a word with me, like, even my cousin Peter, he was like, and like, you know, like you're not doing things correct. But for me, it's like, finally I found, you know, you have your backup.
Yeah, I've got
finally,
something and you
I found something
me.
and you lot making money. And my whole thing, I was very, very money oriented. It was money. I'm making money. And I kind of had that ego. I kind of got a bit, when I look back on my personality, I was getting nasty, thinking I'm better than others. There was that. Let's not lie and, you know, but it's the behavior.
Yeah.
It's the behavior. But as quick as God can give you something, as quick as God can take it back to teach you some lessons. And there's been some lessons learned in this season. Okay, that's good.
All right, so we go. So yeah, you said it was changing your personality a little bit, getting the money and stuff, and looking down on people,
ego.
potentially ego and stuff. But you said God has a funny way.
Yeah, as quick as he can give you something, as quick as he can take it as well.
So what happened?
It just got the environment got really toxic. So there was more rules, like you had to be in. Imagine we're self-employed, you know, you had to be in at 9.
Oh.
Like managers meeting on a Monday, had to be in at 9. Can't finish until it became very cult-like.
Okay.
Just different things, and the atmosphere just became. It was just you see me. My stomach tells me everything, so I could feel that month the energy was off. I felt like the director at the time made his team stop talking to me. There was different things happening, but what I didn't clock is my team beat him 3 times in a row. But bearing in mind, he makes money off me anyway. But remember, this is a man's
It's pride.
pride. I remember what's that book called? 48 Powers of Law?
Yeah.
Never exceed.
The master.
That's what I did. But me, I'm thinking I'm trying to please in terms of like, look what I'm doing. Remember, I'm trying to get to regional.
Yeah.
I'm trying to even skip. And even when I had enough people, who's supposed to have 20 to be senior, they kept on putting up the limit.
And
they
you
were
said you
doing
had
funny
22,
stuff.
yeah.
They were doing funny stuff. But for me, it's like when we get our own region, you run it how you want.
Yeah.
So forget all this, what's happening.
Yeah.
I just knew that it was going to be a place that I wanted it to be peaceful. I just wanted it to be chill. I wanted like you get your own office when you're got regional. I knew what I envisioned. I saw the vision. I saw it. And one day I think because that was going on, and some few others sent like 2 of my team members home, where because that they are hitters.
Yeah.
So now then I won't really be able to win this month. So you've done it strategically on purpose.
That's wild.
Yeah, but it gets like that sometimes. And then I think, I didn't have a great month. And then there was words of, in a group chat, you pigeons, you and your 4 pigeons or something mad. I don't know. Let me tell you something. Trina, I love money, but I'm not a dickhead for money. You see, that day I shut my laptop and didn't come back. I called Kelly. I remember calling Kels and I said, Kels, like it's over, I'm done, yeah?
Yeah.
Should I think about it? And she'll calm down. Because Kelly can be like that. Especially with me, I get the sweetest Kels, yeah. She's like, and you sure, think about it. Like, don't move with haste. You like to do that because she calmed me down. I'm very quick. And I said, no, I'm out, I'm out. And I just walked out that lift and then I didn't come back. But I did come back, but not with him. Because the guy from the brokers at the top, it's a white man, head, he called me back because my team does numbers. It makes you money.
Yeah, so now we're wondering why you gone.
If Ange's gone, and I already found the next brokers and I was bringing my whole team and they found out about it, you can't talk to me. I set up meetings and one of the girls that were new snitched on me. Yeah, so then it just got peak. So, left and then ended up coming back down. They said, you don't need to be with him anymore. Be with the one who interviewed me. Yeah. Who I'm like, them times I'm like, baby, you do it by the feet. I'm like, I'm so hungry. Anything, baby, I was really nice. He was really nice to us. He treated us well. But something was, even got me my own office with a view. Oh. Everything was beautiful for me and my team. Yeah. But I just heard God just say, it's go time.
This is not for you anymore.
It's not anymore. It's over, basically. Yeah. And then I tried with another 3 brokers. That just kept on trying. It was never the same. That's it. I learned what I needed to learn then.
It was a time.
I took what I needed to take then. It was a time. And it's just never worked out well. Every brokers I've gone to, it's just not worked. It's over.
Okay. So that came to an end.
Yeah.
What happened next?
When that came to an end, I was very much living the same lifestyle as before. All that hard work, I just see a lot of savings depleted. I'm someone who cares, but I'm also someone who is influenced at times. And I say that to say, because I didn't need to. Sometimes when others are doing stuff, you don't need to do them. You don't need to do them. I'm going to be real, but I think there's a lot of lessons in that. And I think it can be hard when you know the sacrifice and the time that you've put into something and then you kind of haven't managed things well, or there's things you could have done and you didn't. Do you get what I mean? Get to do that. So I was holding a lot of feelings. Like I got very depressed and I had a lot of low moods and I was stuck on the, how did you get here? How did you get here? And I just kept on playing that and I was just upset about it and I just kept on playing it around and, I had a community before I started Ange Behind the Brand. I had the community, the Rich Girl Way, rich in love, rich in faith, rich in health, and rich in mind. That's what it means. It's not about the money. It's more than that. It's all the components.
Yeah. You mentioned faith a lot.
Yeah.
God a lot.
Yeah.
Where does that stem from?
It stemmed from going back to Christ when I met Kels back again, or when I got reconnected with Kels. Yeah. And I didn't know that was him speaking to me, but I get it now. So even when I was anxious, that time when I was in insurance and I was anxious and he said, it's time to go. I now know he said it was time to go, but at the time, I said it's time to go.
Yeah.
But he told me it's time to go because I said it to Kelly. She was next to me on the other desk, and I said, like, we're going. And she's like, no, but everything's good here. I said, we're going. She said, okay, let's go. That was it. Yeah. So, yeah, God is calling me. He's calling me. He's genuinely calling me. There's things that he has laid in my heart that he wants me to fulfill. And even though it might be scary, I have to do it.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah, I have to. It's very scary.
But do you know what? You just walk in faith. The fear is not for you.
I think it's scary. And then they say do like fair and, trust in the Lord with all your heart, lean not on thine own understanding. I get that. But everyone's still always going to have an element of fear,
100%,
isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's just how you overcome that fear.
Yeah.
But I'm very much in a space of obedience, being obedient to God's word and what he's telling me, what he's shown me, because at no point has he ever let me down.
Amen.
At no point. When I look back on everything, whether it's the lessons, or whether it's the bad times and the lessons I've learnt back, do you know the crazy thing is, Trina, I wouldn't change it for the world. Because what it's taught me, like, I've had to adapt so much in my life. I'm used to a lot, and I've had to adapt because he said adapt.
Yeah.
You need to learn. You need to understand. And, even down to like my fitness and, really just taking back care of myself, it wasn't necessarily about a quick transformation. It was more about the mental side of things.
Yeah.
And making it just a lifestyle change.
Yeah.
And that was all a part of it. It's part of the rebrand. It's part of the rebrand. It's so important. But yeah, no, I love God to bits. That's my babes. My babes. He talks to me all the time. And we're just getting so much more closer. And yeah, he just there's some things you're not gonna like when you hear them, but I understand that it's for a good reason.
Yeah. I love that. Getting acquainted with God again.
Yeah.
It's such a refreshing space to be in. You talked about your weight loss.
Yeah.
You are in the gym. If I get up in the morning and I go on my Instagram, the first red dot I'm going to see is Ange. And Ange is in the gym, baseball cap down.
Do you know why I put the baseball cap? Because I'm serious. If it's not a hoodie, it's a baseball cap. And sometimes I got the hoodie on the baseball. Are you bloody mad? Serious. That means I'm about to do bits. Don't ever let me come with a hoodie and a cap. Good luck. Because I know some people thinking, this big thing jumping up and down. But when I go in the gym, and it's baby daddy who taught me about, because I lost weight. I've always been big. I've always been obviously, and always tick, whether it was from young, you see them teen times, and then
Yeah.
I got the little skirt, but leg tick, I shouldn't be wearing them. But I definitely had to change when I left the yard, because my mum would have never let me leave out,
Outside.
because she always knew I was shapely. My mum
Yeah.
is like a 8, 10,
Yeah.
but same shape.
Yeah.
But my mum always knew, so she used to put me in baggy t-shirts because she didn't want men,
To be
looking.
at you,
So it'd be
yeah.
leggings and t-shirts. I wasn't allowed to wear anything too tight.
Yeah.
So my mum was very particular, and I'm like that with my daughter now, because it's passed on. Do you see what I'm saying? So yeah, with the, what was I saying with the gym?
Yeah, you said that once you get in the gym, you're focused, and you said your kids, your child's father,
Yeah, he taught me.
Taught you.
He taught me how to gym. I know how to gym. I know about reps. I know about sets. I know it, because I already lost just before we kind of finished, and we were still kind of like operating as friends, and he taught me gym, and we used to go hard. We used to go hard, and I lost 10 times 3 stones. But what's happened during the time of living, money's dropping mad. I'm an alchemist. I'm in rocker. You know, Canary Wharf. Every day we talk about Uber Eats, this. When I talk about lifestyle, eat out, every single day, it was crazy. They used to put drinks on the table for us to sell more, be able to talk, to keep going at night, to talk to clients.
Wow.
You don't realize it now, but when I look back, when I could show you some of the videos, there's pure drinks on the table, Friday night drinks, office party going off. Like it was a lot of alcohol, culture. And I put on a lot of weight. I put on even more than when I started. I'm only back where I originally started the first time I lost weight.
Wow.
I'd put on 3, 4 more stones after that. I was taking a piss. When I look back, I was taking an absolute mick, and I saw my friend, big up Callie Cows, he's from these ends as well. Told you I know my North lot. And he said he saw me in East London, and he said, Andrew, are you taking the piss? Sometimes you need it. No one around me told me I was taking the piss. Only my mother. I was thinking, oh, you've always got something to say.
Yeah.
He knows me from them days and he knows me from when I lost weight.
Yeah.
Because I was really small.
Yeah.
He said, are you taking a piss?
Wow.
And I said, he said, nah. He said, let me tell you something. Come on. And he just kept on talking to me, prep talking me. And then my friend JP, who is my PT as well, don't train with him at the moment, but we're very close.
Yeah.
And he just said, Ange, he called me and he said, do me this favor. Come in every single day in January. Just pick one machine for 30 minutes. By the second week, I wanted to do more. And he just said, you know what? Forget about the food right now. Just keep doing this for consistency. And then I did that up until probably like April, May. And then I started thinking more about food.
Yeah.
Well, what I would say to anyone is stages.
Yeah.
Stop trying to get to the end goal. Stop trying to say, I want to be sim for this. Forget all of that. If you're taking this serious, it's a lifestyle change. You have to know what works for you. And for me, it's breaking it down into pieces. I'm not in a rush. Well, a little bit now because I'm turning 40 in February. I mean, I want to go yard, do you know what I mean? But I never rushed. I just said, look, 2 years until I'm 40. It's taken me a year. We're on a year and a bit now.
Yeah.
We still got the rest of the year. We're just going with it. Just go with it.
Yeah.
You can only get better each time.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
That's it.
I love that. The commitment is
I'll never stop. And so I'm someone, and once I put it out there, that's it.
It's a lifestyle for you now.
It's a lifestyle. It's more about the health because it, regardless, like I always say to people, I could be as big as a house. I'm still showing up and I'm still going to look on point. You work with what you got whilst working towards what you want.
And you always look good, Ange.
Yeah, I don't care.
Stylish.
Yeah, but there's a different confidence now, and I truly do believe people that do have weight on them, trying to be a little bit nice, they're not happy. They're lying. Some want to hear it, some don't. You're not. You're not. You just can't be bothered. Let me tell you something. When you are of a size, you have to think about what you're going to wear 10 times more than someone else. It is tiring. Yeah? I don't know how any really like plus size, like someone of like quite large, I don't know how they handle it. Because you cannot wear everything that you've got to look so much more than the sim girl. Do you know what I mean?
I hear you. I mean, I've put on a bit of weight recently and I'm struggling to find
Okay,
stuff.
don't look like you.
And I know people but for me,
For you, this
yeah,
is
for
I
me,
get that. I've got to
and it's
respect
weird
it.
because it's like every time I say, oh, and I'm like, but no, I used to be a standard size 6.
Yeah, no, then if
Like,
that's your standard.
So now I accepted the 8 to 10.
Yeah.
But now we're going into 12.
Oh no, girl.
I'm like,
rein it back
you're
in.
going too far.
You're gone too far now. You're gone too
Because
far.
there's nothing in the wardrobe that fits now. So every time I go out, I've got to go and buy something.
No, because that's what you don't do.
Because now I'm accepting.
You're accepting it. You're moving with it. Nah, don't move with it. So how are you going to keep moving with it? That's what I did.
Where am
I was moving to his
Where am
dad.
I going to go with this?
Yeah, nah.
So I got to nip it in the bud. You
got to get back into it, but I guess it's a little
and
bit
it's
different.
health as well. It's health stuff as well.
It is health. I definitely want to be like in my 40s and doing all of these like health juices. Like I've already set up my 40s, you know. That's why I'm like, you know, like the
it's a nice place.
Yeah, I'm excited. Do you remember before I was saying I was scared?
I love 40.
Feel so like, okay.
Yeah.
I feel at peace.
Yeah. 40s, do you know what? I've got to say, I didn't get to celebrate my 40th because of the whole lockdown and all that stuff.
Oh, really?
I never got, I had 4 holidays booked, 1 for each decade of my life. I was ready for 40. Ready. Lockdown come and mash up my whole vibe for 40. You should do it. So I had like
I want to
4
do a retreat kind of thing, you know.
Be nice.
Be team on that.
So I'm thinking of a cruise still, but anyway.
Yeah.
Apart that. But yeah, 40 is a nice space to be in. I feel like I know myself at 40. I feel like 20, I was living my bestest life. I was traveling a lot. I was touring.
I love that.
Jet setting. Definitely flown out a few times in my time.
Say no more.
And like had a really good time. 20s, at end of my 20s, I had my son at 29, and then my 30s was motherhood.
Yeah.
Very committed.
But that's a nice time. That's a nice time, though. Yeah. I like that timeline. I think it's worked really well.
Very committed. But then 40s, like, no, uno grown.
Yeah.
And I can.
Mummy time now. Yeah. Let me do the piece.
I can go out. I can.
Your 50s are gonna be really nice, though.
My 50s is gonna be.
Oh, it's gonna be so lit.
Honestly, I feel sorry for the kids there.
Because there's a grandma, because they could have.
That's why I told them they have to wait. Yeah, it's got to wait to give me grandkids because.
No, but come on, even my mum weren't that grandma though.
No, my mum. My mum ain't a grandma till today. No disrespect, mummy, love you.
My nan was. My dad used to drop me off there. It was standard. That's why I'm so close to like my cousins. They're my sister cousins.
It was different.
We used to get dropped off at my dad
weekends.
Could say he could pick me up for my mum, but I'm dropped off at my nan's and I wanted to be at my nan's.
I'd love so I raised with my nanny, so everyone came to us. And we used to like have the duvets out and like all of us, or head to toe, like, you know, head to toe, sleeping in the bed and
Them days
all the cousins around were running up and down, stop moving up and top. Like daddy's going mad in the house with us. We're getting a look. One person might get the belt, so we know that we need to stop now.
Yeah, calm down. Yeah.
No one else wants to catch the beating. But it was such a beautiful time, like, and we were so close, like you said, sister, cousins, brothers. Like my cousin, Junior, I called him my brother because like we're both the same age, just different. I'm older. Everyone trying to act like they're the oldest, but I am the oldest, and the favourite.
That part, look at you, ready. And you looked into the camera. You're wicked, you know. Trina, I saw you. Because at no point you span into that camera and you couldn't wait. Make sure you clip this part and tag everyone. Make sure you do that.
I've got to tag all of them.
Tag all of them.
I'm the favourite. Nanny knows. Rest in peace, Nanny. And everyone at the funeral told me as well. So
that you were the favourite.
Oh. Yeah, so it was a good time. It was a good time growing up then. And it's changed so much. Like my kids don't have that. They got cousins, but it's not the same.
It's not the same. We try and keep it like, God bless my cousin Melissa, because she is my nan. She was raised with my nan as well. And she's like the glue of the family, and she just loves family. Like she'll have all the kids.
Yeah.
Like my kids love it. That's definitely like their favourite aunt, along with my cousin Shamoya as well.
Yeah.
Like, I'm very close with them, so we try as much as we can, but it's still not the same.
Yeah, my sister took that on. Like, my sister will have everyone in their house. I'm like, I can't have people in my house. I don't want you in my house. I don't want kids running up and down.
I remember Christmas, they come to my house. I said, never again. All I kept on looking at was the curry goat, if it could go on the chair. You know, in your eye, you just kept on looking. I was uneasy. Trina, I'm not. I always said to you, if I've got to pay Mel, I promise you, I will buy Mel the house so she can host. I'll buy her a house. So
you could do the hosting over there. I'll come over
just so that she could do it, because I can't handle it.
Honestly, I can't. I think the last time I had everyone over, it must have been for about 3-4 days. When my nanny passed away, after the funeral, everyone came back to my house.
Yeah.
And I literally felt like nanny because I didn't rest. Like, I was cooking breakfast. My sisters and my nieces and that were coming and helping, but it's my house in it, so constantly doing it. And I just remember after everyone left, I thought, I can't do this again.
It's too much.
And I loved having them there, but I don't know how my nanny used to do that every weekend. She'd have the grandkids. It was standard stuff.
But I feel like they didn't have so much to think about back then. I feel like there's a lot going on in life, so much more, and I feel like we want so much more now.
The aspiration.
I think the aspirations, but it's because what we can see. Remember, we can see everything. We can see others. Like, we're now exposed to so much worldwide. We can see what's happening in this country, that country. This. I think it's good, but it's also dangerous.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that generation, they were at peace. They were okay because they didn't see. You only knew what was happening, just that's happening around you. Yeah. But now
you're exposed to the whole world.
Listen, I'm not in it, and I'm not in it with my daughter looking online and all of that. That's why I just try and take time with the things that she can get. You know, I don't want them Insta gala stand up there. No, you're not doing it. All of that.
My daughter's a footballer right now.
Yeah, that's very good. We like that. Yeah.
Very, very happy.
Yeah, that's good. My daughter's a little bit boisterous. She's cool. She's good. But I don't want to them to think that that's the way. And then when you can no longer give it to them, they go look somewhere else, or they think they need to. Yeah, I always have conversations with my daughter about social media, and I think it's important because there is a lot of women, and this is why I'm here to help these women, because there's a lot of women that are second guessing themselves. They are comparing. They are comparing.
You see, comparison,
it's the thief.
The thief of joy. Comparison is the thief of joy. It's a stealer of confidence as well. We don't say that one, but it's a stealer of confidence.
It will finish you.
It will
have you on the floor.
Honestly, and society does that. Like, they can't just see Ange and say, oh, well, that's just Ange. They're going to be like, oh, I want to compare her to so-and-so. Or Trina, I want to compare her to so-and-so. Why can't I just be me?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? The comparison will kill your confidence.
Yeah.
So we need to stop doing that. Like, even with my kids, I don't compare them.
Yeah, no.
Like, because they're just different kids.
I think it's important to say I like to say the qualities that I like about each of them, because they both bring something different. They bring something different, which is both important, and together it's just beautiful.
Yeah.
There's ways to do it, but I think it's scary, and I think about, like, at the moment I've got a 6 weeks course for women, Own Your Spotlight. We're on the last week, actually. Tomorrow's the last week, and then but these are women, like, one of the ladies is a police officer.
Wow.
You know, she's of a standard, you know, and she wants to start doing more and stepping out, and she kind of feels like she's always been in that you know, where you're kind of like code switching, that environment. It can be hard. It can be hard.
Easy.
It's not easy when you've been operating like that. And again, you wouldn't even think someone of her caliber would be second guessing, but there is that.
It's the imposter syndrome. She's probably one of a very few. So you have to code switch to fit in.
To fit in, and she says she loves her job, but at the same time she don't love her job.
Yeah.
It's a two-way. It's a two-way, and I just think even me dropping that course and doing that, I just think it's beautiful, because even one of the ladies, she messaged me.
What is the course, and how did you get into Ange Behind the Brand? Let's park it for a bit, because we're going to go to that. How did we get to
Ange Behind the
Behind the
Brand? I just put all my gifts together. I just put all the things that I'm really good at. Remember, I've left insurance. I said it's over.
Yeah.
I said it's over. Them times I had the community, the rich girl way. But again, because I was transitioning, it was a little bit hard. So I just said, I shut that down. Crazy. Do crazy things. I'm a bit erratic. Shut that down. And then we ended up, then Ange Behind the Brand. Kelly named me Ange Behind the Brand. I can't remember, I was doing behind the scenes. She's like, Ange Behind the Brand.
Yeah.
And then, just journaling. And I think I'd done a fast. And then God revealed to me like a few things that I should be doing. But for me, I always have a big vision. So the vision's big, but I break it down into pieces.
Bite-sized.
So bite-sized pieces. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5. That's how I operate. So first of all, I started off with brand shoots.
Right.
So this was always there in the plan.
So for the audience, what does a brand shoot look like?
Oh, a brand shoot is a day where you are getting the best pictures and content for your business. For your personal brand. It's just a day that's all about you. Posing direction. One of the reasons why I have someone doing posing direction, because not everyone knows how to pose. I have 2 signature poses. Myself, believe it or not, you're gonna go, if you look on the, go and look at the Instagram, you're gonna see one leg cross and then the next one like this. Kelly always does it. Cow. She always does it. I'm keeping it real. And guess what? They're business owners. They're not influencers. They're not going to know how to pose, and that's absolutely okay.
And that's
so
normal.
Guess what? I'm gonna understand that, because remember, some of these business women are great in business, but they're lacking confidence in front of the camera. And I'm someone, I like to find gaps. So in the market, I look at everything overall and I find the gap. And that's where the brand shoots came about. And even how I started that, I gathered my friends together. I knew that we needed proof in terms of once people see. That's it. And I done some services. I put the services together and that's it. There you go. My shoot was there. Done Jen, a couple of us all split the cost. I've never made no profit. And this is the thing with a lot of people. They want to start things and they think straight away they need to make money. Do you know how many L's I've taken on shoots? Because of my heart. Because of my heart. What people don't understand is what they see, what I'm being paid, or what you've paid me, I've got a split cost. And things can tend to happen and it's life. But for me, and I know I need to toughen up. People always say to me, you need to toughen up. But then at the same time, I've gone to accept that I just operate different in business. And maybe that's me. Because I want to treat people how I treat people how I want to be treated. So I think about that a lot. But I've taken some L's. The first year I wouldn't have said I'd made anything of shoots.
I'm still not making. I mean, I make stuff now, but I'm still in the L. Like season 1, season 2, all off my own back.
I love that. Like, go on, Trina, because do you know what it is? People, you don't get it. It's deeper. When this is something that you know that you are meant to do, you have been called to do, it doesn't matter about the money. Listen, one of the girls from the 6 weeks course, she came to meet me yesterday. She's still lacking in clarity in certain areas. Now, for me, it's only supposed to be online. Technically, I shouldn't be making you meet me in my time. But do you know what it is?
Just here.
When I tell you, Trina, I can do this for free. If I didn't have actual bills to pay, I would do this for free. For me, it's all about an outcome. Really, technically, most people are like, but you've given them the course, you've actually done everything. No, I don't think I'm going to let them go after the 6 weeks.
No, because we've got another cohort we need to work
on. We've got another one, but I need to know that these are my first lot. I told them they're my babies.
Your babies.
They're my babies. And I want to make sure, but what they have said is it's got them thinking. Like some of them haven't done everything, but they said, and you've made me think deeper that I'm like, wow. They've gone back to the drawing board, you know?
Well, so we've got Ange the Brand. You're helping people.
Ange Behind the Brand.
Ange Behind the Brand.
And the brand, I guess.
You are the brand, though.
I am.
You
I
are
am
the
brand and I'm behind the brand
of others.
Yeah.
So what I want to get into now is all this viral stuff. So how did you go from being behind the brand to now being in front of the camera and being the brand? Virally.
Do you know what, Kelly? Do you know what? Kelly and I have been trying to do this for years.
I saw. You used to do it in the
bed, but even before that, we tried
wow.
2 other times before that. Kelly and I together, no one is no help for each other. We are not no help. We are going to say no one is going to hold anyone accountable. We are not those girls. So we could start something and then the next week could be like, yeah, we can't bother. And then she'll be like, yeah, I can't either. It's not that, no, there needs to be that one person that's like, no. No, we're like, oh, forget it, because we're so cool and chilled.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, oh, whatever. So it didn't even like, yeah, then we started doing it in the bed and then I don't know where it came from, but I said, you know what? Closed mouths don't get fed. Can't we ask Wes?
Yeah.
Like, if he can do like a show or whatever. So we pitched to him.
Yeah.
We literally pitched to him. And then he was like, yeah. And Kelly and I's dynamics, everyone has always said, you two should have a show.
Yeah.
You two should have a show because our dynamics together.
Yeah.
It's
hilarious.
It's crazy. It is absolutely.
And it's captured people. I remember the first week, I'm like, hold on, are these girls paying to be on everything? You was on Made You Think, Black Kings, Shade Borough, and all this other stuff. And I just thought, hold on.
So what do you think that was doing to me?
Well, I called you in it because I was concerned.
And you should be, because I always feel like with me on the show, I feel like I get the brunt of it more.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like because Kelly's able to explain herself really well.
Yeah.
Or articulate herself.
Yeah.
On a certain level.
Yeah.
I think with me, I'm very sharp. This is why I've always held back from speaking, and people won't realise why I've held back.
Yeah.
Because I am very...
Yeah, you haven't thought about how you frame it.
I don't think before I speak.
Yeah.
And I know that's quite dangerous. And even sometimes people don't think before they speak. They might be able to explain themselves afterwards.
Yeah.
I'm not someone like that.
Yeah.
And that's why I kind of always hesitated or haven't really spoken online as much. So yeah, like going viral, like seeing that first week, like obviously for me, how I look at it, I always think of myself quite, is that the right word, innocent? In terms of like, I'm having a conversation with my friend, the camera's just there.
Yeah.
So I don't think about what I'm gonna... Kelly thinks you don't get this girl twisted.
Kelly is calculated.
Kelly, you think I don't know? You are... She's made for this.
Kelly is calculated.
I'm quite innocent in it.
I went away to the, I think it was a Black business conference with Kelly. And the way how she navigated social media, I felt like I don't do this thing. Kelly's like getting ready. Yeah. Yeah, guys, blah, 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 blah. And it's natural to her. It's fantastic. Like, I'm drinking some water. Kelly is it's natural. Okay, I'm putting my stuff on now. Yeah, camera. And
just normal.
And I'm like, me, I barely recorded anything. Yeah. Kelly recorded everything. Like, it was so natural to her. It's just
normal. And she's been doing it. When I think of Kels, from when online, I used to see her painting. Them times she was a gym fanatic. You know, Kelly was gymming. She was jumping, doing them burpees from the wall, jump on the wall and drop down. That girl won't go back in the gym. That was my PT. She should be PTing me. Do you know what I mean? And I used to see her paint. I think, does this girl work? Remember, I know her from college, you know? Like, me and her weren't close like that.
Yeah.
She's this girl work. What she do? I just see her, her paint up herself and do these arts and crafts. And I love Kels because she's so free-spirited, but she keeps me calm.
Yeah.
Because I'm so... What do you mean I'm not going to make it? I've got to make it. I've got to get it together. Like, I've got to make this money. Like, I'm at it. Guys, I'm mad in my head, you know. I told you that I don't think I sleep at night. Like, I'm tapped. And Kelly will tell you not this. Like, and Kelly will just be like, yeah, whatever. Let's just, what do you think? And should we just go and have something to eat? And I'm thinking, no, because I've got 10,000 things to do. How can we just eat? Come on, let's go to eat. You're doing too much. Come. So she is the calm to my storm.
Yeah.
She is the calm to my storm. And it made sense. I think Kelly is supposed to do this.
100%.
I don't think that I'm supposed to do this. And I think even though the dynamics is good, and I think there's some other content that they're arranging, little bits that would probably like, and you got £50, go and buy something in the shop.
Yeah.
That's going to be mad. Those types of content is fine.
Yeah.
But the other one, they're drawing me out, man. I think they're making my character not look good.
Right.
There's a standard and there's a level to keep. Even when I think of like, let's keep this real, guys. We're keeping this real right now. When Trina called me and she said, Ange, basically, do you know what? Let's cut the ball. It was kind of like, why you look like that? Without you saying that, you said it nicely.
Yeah.
But you have to think, my level of confidence was actually technically on the floor. And I was aligned. Let me talk about alignment and aligning. Remember, whatever others are doing or just whatever's happening around you. Remember, I told you who I was. Our college, Kelly will tell you, I had to walk in there, in that college. I've got double breasted coat. I used to have a clutch bag instead of a rucksack. There is levels and there's a standard. There's a level and there's a standard. And I've learned that from my mum.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? So
you're
you have
such a
to
woman.
think of where I am. And I tried to align myself into something because I was lacking clarity and I wasn't. You know when they say be still and wait for God and hear and all of that, I didn't. I moved with haste.
Yeah.
And it was that. And I don't regret it because it's built me.
Yeah.
The Kelly and Anne show is built me in terms of resilience. Yeah. Because now I'm moving mad. Now I can say what I want in terms of on business.
I want to say to you, what did that week feel like? Because the comments were crazy.
Yeah, they were mad.
That's why I called you. Because I was reading.
You're so cute, you know.
I don't get in the comments, but I got in the comments for you.
Yeah, I saw you. I love you, you know.
Sophisticated vibes.
Hello, big up Trina every time. No one can't chat to her. I told you.
Sophisticated
I'm on this
vibes.
side every damn time. Yeah?
So I remember reading the comments and I'm like, no, this is not, I don't like this for Ange.
Yeah, because you see
because
me
I know
different.
you, yeah, and I see you, and we've sat and we've spoke, and I'm like, I don't feel like people are seeing you, like, and I know what it feels like. You get into a situation, like I know some people see me in a certain way because of one incident, and I'm like, 99.9%, I'm not that person.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, but there definitely is a 0.01%.
Because no one knows Egypt.
So, but I didn't like it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So when I've seen that and I'm like, no, I don't like that for you.
So imagine that constantly then.
It was a lot.
Yeah, imagine that constantly. And I kind of was building up more resilience towards it. Don't get me wrong. I don't feel no. I see it now and I'm just like, whatever. But then at the same time, it comes back to, and this was key, and God gave me this word, and it very much is, this season I'm in is lead by example.
Oh.
Lead by example. And that is not an example in my eyes of me being a woman of God.
So with that being said, are we saying that we're no longer on Ange and Kelly?
Yeah, not on in terms of like the kitchen talks. Because I'm very innocent, you know. Believe it or not, I'm not calculated.
Yeah.
I'm very transparent.
Yeah.
I say what I think, not realizing what can actually come from that. And I just don't want to be, I don't want people to think, I don't want that to outshine what I'm actually trying to do and the impact I'm actually trying to create in what I'm doing.
Yeah, by building these women.
Come on.
I know when I came to the kitchen and we had a question around like whether I was one-dimensional or three-dimensional and stuff. And this is why. Because I know what the legacy I want to be. I know my mentees. I know people's like, oh, she's got men. Yeah, but it means a lot to me.
Yeah.
Because these little girls don't have to come to me and seek advice and guidance.
Yeah.
So it's so important what I leave for them. But even bigger than that.
Come on.
Do you know my kids seen certain things on TikTok?
Yeah.
And I've got to live with that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want my kids' football teams to be like thinking, right, their mum's moving.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I always wonder if like Shaq's workmates, I think one of them has. He said something, but my son's very like, oh, you're doing too much. Like the one where I was shouting at my man. He was just like, Mum, but why you're just shouting? And then my daughter, I know her friends have seen and I've blocked them. And she's like, yeah, Mum, if you need backup. Like, my daughter's like, you see my son?
She's a rat or die.
Listen, that one day, you see that one there, hip. That was bad. You see my son, I'll be in JD Sports. One time, I'll never forget his time. He's not a rider like that, though. He don't like embarrassment. He don't like embarrassment. And the woman, I think she shooed me to go.
Yeah.
I said, don't do that. But you know, it got into because she said something rude. She said something, and I've gone off because I can, and my son's gone, oh man, and he's walked.
He wants to go out.
But I'm like, you're supposed to stand next to your mum. My daughter's there standing there next to me, like to say, Mum, yeah, do what you got to do. She's not embarrassed by nothing, you know.
Whatever you're
I'm on
Mum.
it. My son, he's like, oh, you're doing too much. Here you go again. Because even when he was younger, I used to call the work. If you treated my son a certain way, he's under 18. Because they used to shout a bit. So you can't do it to my boy. I can't shout him like that.
My son.
No, my son, he's still young. He's still young. So call the boss. Secretly still do now to ask how he's getting on.
Oh my God.
Is that control freak?
You know, I get it. Like, I called HMRC for my son the other day, and then they had the audacity to tell me they can't share the information with me.
My son's eyesight tried to call. I'll never get it. They'll never get it.
Son, what do you
Never
mean?
get
I said
it.
he's 16. What do you mean?
He can't call. He can't call yet.
I said he's at school. I need to find this
He doesn't know the number
They're
yet.
like, unfortunately, we can't give you the information because he's an adult. I couldn't believe it. I was like, he's not an adult, actually.
He's not.
He's
What do
my
they
son.
mean?
I said, he's
What
my
do you
son.
mean? What do you mean? I'm basically my son's PA. I do all his admin. I literally, and it's really bad because I don't want him to then have a woman and she is his admin.
Yeah, and
but
it's very
just not
important.
in it, but it's not in him though.
Yeah, but
Even
we've got
down
to teach them though.
I try, but even down to like, he bought me trainers for my birthday and they got stolen. Do you think I had to call up before? He would just say, oh,
just get another one.
No, nothing, Mum. I'll get you a next one. Do you see? He's mad. So yeah.
Oh my goodness. So cool. So Kelly and Anne showed built resilience.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the direction you want to focus on.
No.
You're going to still do bits and pieces.
Yeah, I'll come in, even Wes, bless him. Like when I told him I no longer want to be a part of it in terms of that setting. He's like, Ange, anything I can do towards your business, Kelly, as well. She's just like, Ange, I get it.
Yeah.
And for me, like, it's important that when I feel that God has convicted me, I have to move forward. Like, I just have to. I know that there is more for me. And sometimes we are not patient during that season of waiting or when we feel like we are in the wilderness, you know, and I'm just learning to just take each day as it comes and be at peace with that. And I feel very peaceful. I feel, do you know what? I don't even have it all and I feel very happy. I feel like I'm really doing the things that I'm supposed to do without the fact of money as well. But yet, and I've changed my mindset. Like a couple of months ago, it's not even it's impact. And I had to change that mindset because it was the hustle mentality of, oh, what can I drop to get this and doing the calculations because I've come from the hustle culture. Insurance was hustle.
And it's KPIs.
It's KPIs, it's all of that. But all it is how can you impact more people? And that naturally comes. You know that there's 3 types of people, you know. There's the people that are for money. Yeah. There's people that are for people. Yeah. And there's people that for status. Yeah. Now, if you are for people, the status and the money will come.
Yeah.
Naturally.
I tell people this all the time.
They don't get it.
Richard Branson's got a quote about that actually. If you look after the people will look after the business.
That's it.
It's so simple.
It's so simple. But people never get it. So you can chase this money. I'm not driven by money. I'm driven by purpose. And those are the things that I had to learn about myself. And I'll forever be that way, whether it looks hard. I couldn't tell you, Trins. But one thing I can tell you is I'm just here to make an impact and to take up space and do the things that I've got to do.
And I love it.
Yeah, girl. They ain't seen nothing yet. Watch when you see. I ain't show. Do you know what? I don't even know if I'm going to show you. Never going to show you, Vicky, either. You see the event. You're not going to listen.
Well, I'm going to be there.
Even what you got on is basically, I should take a picture of you and give you as an example.
Oh.
We're doing up New Friends, New Money. It's not your ordinary networking event. It's not about the exchange of money. It's not about the, what's the word, LinkedIn stats and all of that. It's not about, oh, hi, my name is Trina and this is what I do. It's not about that. It's about the support and love you get that leads you to money.
Do you know what? And with that, I want to shout out my circles. So Lisa put me in a circle. We've got Kelly LaRock.
Yeah.
There's
I love
Lisa. There's Tanisha. Tanya. There's Anthea. There's
gang of you.
Shah.
Shah, I
my
know
girl.
Shah. That's
I
all.
love
Yeah,
Shah.
I watched the
And,
episode.
yeah.
Big up you, Shah. Big up
Big
you.
up
And Lisa.
Shah.
Lisa must be up for you.
And Jazz, and they're all amazing, successful, driven women. And that circle, just being in the presence of women that are successful but not jealous or envious.
Yeah, I love that. Beautiful.
And just like the network is so big, I can call one of them and say, I called one of them and I said, I want to interview this person.
Yeah.
I didn't even call them, we was having dinner and I said, I want to interview this person. Some other people told me it's not possible.
Oh.
One of the girls got up from the table and made the call.
Yeah.
Like just
possible.
like that.
It's
like
possible.
And it felt so good.
It's possible.
And then the other one, like my son's got his prom because she's got her own business.
Yeah.
In Chelsea. She does fittings and stuff. Shout out Jazz. She's gonna tailor my son's suit for him. Do you know what I mean? My son's 6 foot, so it's gonna be
Wait. Is he got prom this year?
Yeah, he's doing his GCSEs now.
Oh, it's the same as the Kelly's son. Yeah. Oh, the boys. I'm gonna add him to my prayer. I could be praying tomorrow. I'm gonna add him.
You have to pray.
Don't worry. He's got hello.
He's got economics and business economics and politics tomorrow. Yeah, he's got economics and something tomorrow.
Okay, don't worry. I'm adding him to the prayer.
Thank you.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, having that group of women, it's so powerful. You know, I've got friends.
Yeah.
And I've got friends in one-on-ones, like one-on-ones. But that circle is like,
nice
it's a network.
Circle.
It's not about the money, it's about the network, the impact of the network. The network is vast. And likewise, if there's anything that anyone needs from me, I've got a little network too.
Yeah,
I can do.
Take the liquor off it.
You get me?
Take the liquor off it. I've seen the people that sit down, but share.
Thank
Me
God.
liquor.
Thank
Yeah,
God.
okay.
Thank God, I've got some bigger ones coming.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, it's the power of having supportive women around you, and I feel so blessed. Even the one that's in the room right now.
Yeah, that part.
Like
Ryder.
having
He's cute as well.
women, like having women that don't want nothing from you.
Yeah.
Like, and speak life into you. Like, if I speak to you, you speak life into me. Like
Vice
the first
versa.
time we spoke, you're seeing my whole vision. I'm thinking, I can't believe someone else can see my vision and is adding to my vision.
Yeah, that part.
Like, it doesn't sound crazy to you. You're like, yeah, because I think you can. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to do.
Like, it makes sense, innit?
To hear someone else see it, or even when I have doubt, and like, you know,
a reminder. I want to always be that reminder. I love it.
It's beautiful.
But I thrive on helping others more than helping myself. Sounds mad.
No, I'm that person. I ride for people more than I ride for myself.
Yeah. I've had to insert myself more into that, but I genuinely like to make others feel good as well, because sometimes it takes nothing. And I always say that. I remember one time a lady, going back quickly to the times, you know, Canary Wharf, you have to dress up.
Yeah.
Got to dress up, you have to put on your... Every day I used to walk
Pencil
out
heels.
Do the most, scarf around the neck. We're talking about brooch. I miss those days, because that's me, you know.
I miss going into the office just for that, but I used to stunt on them in the office like that. It wasn't appropriate for where I was.
Is it? Mine was men wearing double-breasted, 3-piece suit.
Yeah.
It's just beautiful. You see that, yeah? How could you not see a whole leap of black people in suits, dresses, blazers, pulling up, winning? It can only be. And there was one lady, she started, and you know what? She didn't look great at first, because it takes time. But one day I saw that she made an effort. Now, it's not my level.
Yeah.
But I saw the effort. Do you know what I said to her? I said, oh my God, you look really nice. And sometimes it doesn't need to be that person looks nice to your standard, but when you can see
the change,
that someone
the growth.
has the growth and they've tried, why would you not tell them?
Look, I'm random, you know. I think there's loads of women think that I might like them, because I'll just see you on the street and be like, oh my God, your hair looks so nice.
Nice, yeah.
Oh, you look so beautiful. You're stunning.
Beautiful. Do you know what that you know that you've made someone's day.
Yeah.
Do you know that it's the small little things?
Priceless.
And I remember that lady said to me, she said, do you know how much that meant to me? You saying that it made me even make more of an effort every single day. And from then I've never stopped. I've never stopped. And I just like to cheer for others. And I just think we can all win together. I'm a bit soppy like that.
Me too. I'm thinking we can all win.
Oh, come on, let's all come together. Let's ring a rosy.
Yeah. And even if it's competitive, shout out Davinia. That was my first competition. Like, but the competition is healthy.
Yeah.
Because we want to do better together. Like, I want to beat you, but you want to beat me too.
Yeah.
So that drive, it's going to make us both go further.
100%.
And I've got much love for Davinia. But yeah, I love the fact that you are women that don't break other women down. You uplift and you raise them.
See, that's where you've said that is cool. But then on the other side, I feel like, let's say Kelly and Ange show, there could probably be some parts of where that's what I said, it's not matching. You got 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Which side?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Yeah, what are you choosing?
Do you see? Can you understand?
I get it. I
feel
Look,
like
I just felt sensitive for you in that space. Personally, I felt sensitive.
You felt like
it
wasn't fair.
But
Kelly will get it sometimes as well.
Yeah.
But you just know that she can.
Yeah, Kelly's
a bit
just
Cruella.
I call Kelly Thanos.
Oh wow.
I feel like Kelly is Thanos. Like, she's the super villain, but like, I think Thanos was just misunderstood.
Yeah.
He wanted the world to be better.
Yeah. And Kelly's misunderstood. Do you know that she is the most sweetest,
she's lovely,
most caring person that I know. Her heart is so big, but only for the people that she likes.
Kelly is lovely.
If Kelly messes with you, you will get the best version of Kels that people will never understand or be able to even comprehend. Kelly is so beautiful. Let me tell you something. If it's 10, we got £10, it's £5 each.
Yeah.
Are you mad? I can never
She's
doubt
a lovely
her loyalty.
person. Like,
stunning.
And I'll do anything for Kels. And I think she knows that anyway.
Yeah.
I think she knows that.
Gorgeous girl.
But I love Kelly. I feel like, but I also love her honesty though.
Yeah.
I just like, she doesn't take it on like, I just felt you don't take it on either.
Could you feel me? What was it, an energy thing? And you felt like I just took it on.
I
do take things more to heart though, I would say, than Kelly.
If you took it on, I just felt a bit more. I can't explain it. I just wanted to hug you in that space, like, and that's why I'm like, Ange, you all right? Like, I think I've called you twice when I've seen the madness in it, and I'm like, are you cool? You all right? Like, and I do call Kels as well, but I just know Kelly's just like, whatever.
She don't,
like,
she's loving it. She's trolling them back.
Like, I know she's the one in the comments doing all the responses.
I have no logins for Kelly and Ange show. Guys, I have no logins for Kelly and Ange. It's never been me. It's her.
But yeah, so I just kind of thought like, and especially because the way how I see you and your branding.
Yeah, it doesn't, you don't
like,
think
I'm
it
like,
aligned.
nah, like you're the brand ambassador. You're supposed to make all of us better. Yeah. Like, we're supposed to come to you and you're supposed to give us the strategy to make it work. Yeah. When I get a deal, it's Ange that's supposed to get my deal for me. Do you know what I mean? So for me, I was just struggling with that.
Yeah, it wasn't aligning. But do you know what's crazy is I actually met some great people that have, because of Kelly and Ange.
Yeah, it's a door.
Like, it was still a door because they've got this whole like accountability group. Like, I'm even working with them right now. In that the ladies got to upload their info, all their homework into that. Yeah. So that's Kelly and Ange as well. So you win some, you lose one. But I've also had calls of be careful of your brand. Yeah. I've had different. Yeah. I've had quite a few calls of what do you want to be known for? Yeah. You know, you can't hide these videos. And
Come on,
stuff
like people said the same stuff to me. Look, I was an RTM, like, and I still part of RTM family. I think it's different
with you because I feel like you always me, when the cameras go on, anything can get said. Are you mad? I can't control myself. I told you, it's a spiritual thing. It's like a spirit. And that's how I
even the fact that you align it to that, that's not, do you know what I mean?
Of course not. If you cannot control your mouth, if I can say that I'm okay 1 minute and next minute I'm going to tell everyone about themselves. For me, it's just a draw out and that's not where I need to be right now. I don't need to be there right now because, do you know what? It's not I don't need to be there. Do you know what? It's not what God wants for me in this season.
Yeah. And you said that, like you said that with it in your faith, where you're going in terms of your church and stuff like that. So yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah,
It makes
I'm happy,
sense.
girl. There's so many calms, new friends, new money on the 28th of June, Saturday the 28th of June.
Yes.
Build your power circle. This is pure vibes, connections. It's going to be good. It's going to be a time, and it's not your typical event. Come as you are. It's very much come as you are. No stiff intros. And do you know why I created that? Because I've never felt like I can fit into many spaces.
I can say I agree with you. I always feel alone in crowds.
Yeah.
But I know that's so I'm a introvert by nature. But I know that I need to be an extrovert to accomplish the things that I need to accomplish.
And this is what you're doing now.
Yeah, so I function in an extrovert way, but I'm very introvert, and I don't like to be around too much. It's too much for me.
Yeah.
I feel lonely in those spaces. I get overwhelmed. It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot. There's a lot.
Yeah.
But I'm working on it because I know the extrovert needs to be present to achieve the things that I want to achieve.
It has to be.
So I could talk to you all day, Ange.
I know because we know, guys. We personally know each other. Trina's my babe. She's my girl.
Right.
It's a bit hard.
So you've talked about the event on the 28th of June.
Yeah.
What else is going on for Ange Behind the Brand?
Just the services that I've got, 360 rebrand, do everything from scratch if you can't bother to learn it. Because, there's the coaching element, you can kind of do it, which is always going to be cheaper. Let's be honest. We've got brand shoots, content days, anything to do with branding, I do that. If you need coaching in terms of confidence, you're doubting yourself, looking at others online, you've got this whole plan, this whole vision, don't know how to execute it, I'm the woman for that.
Good. So we've got to a point in the show where we have a segment called Guest to Guest, where the previous guest asks our current guest a question. This question is from David Marriott.
Hi, I'm Dr. David Marriott. My question to the next guest is, what is your purpose of life?
That's deep.
Yeah,
What
deep.
is your
What's your purpose, man?
Oh, Dave!
Yes.
Oh my God, Dave, pick up you! I didn't know that it was Dave. Oh my God, David! Look at that.
From the
I've got a question from Dave. Look at that. What was the question?
What is your purpose?
Just to impact the nation. Literally, it's just impacting as many people as possible, and whatever that looks like. I think before it very much used to be about things, and it has changed so much to I've got to a point where it's very much about just being able to impact others in some sort of way.
Okay.
And it can vary. It can vary.
So it's about impact.
Yeah, impact is so important for me. That's my word. That's my word right now. We're not allowed to talk about money. We're not. No, we're not.
Impact.
Let's be honest. We don't need money. Let's be honest. But I don't want that to be
the driver.
No, I don't want it to be the driver. And I feel like as my mind has shifted, my mindset has shifted so much, I'm able to, when you talk about impact, you'll really be able to see what it is that people need. Do you know what I mean? What is all the things that are not, they don't understand, and how you're able to create solutions for those problems. If you really
solution focused.
Yeah, I'm very like that though. I'm very much about outcomes. And until there is an outcome, I don't rest, which is very dangerous. So for me, my purpose is about creating impact as much as possible and taking up space, being unapologetic about it,
Mm-hmm.
and just changing the game, man.
I love
Changing the game.
And it's been so amazing having you on the show today.
Big up
After a
you,
while,
Trina.
big you up each and every time. Where can the audience find you?
Okay, so you guys can find me on @Ange Behind the Brand. Ange Behind the Brand.
That is it.
That's it. That's it, guys. And don't forget, event, new friends, new money. Build your power circle. This is for the ladies, not for the gents. Maybe in the evening, actually, but we'll let you know. We'll let you know. Stay in touch.
28th of June. Where can I get the tickets?
On Luma, but the link will be in my bio.
Okay.
The link will be in my bio.
Thank you very much. It's been an absolute pleasure having you. You can find me on, honestly, Trina, Instagram, TikTok, X. Is there any other platform? No, that is it for now. You catch us here every other Sunday at midday. Like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't, what are you waiting for? And that is it.
Yes.
Much love. Stay blessed.